Apologies for the lateness. I finished work a bit late and there was a few things I had to do, but I want to thank you everybody for watching this video, this live stream here. I am watching the Utah Jazz versus San Antonio Spurs game. This is a game that I really looking forward to because obviously we saw in the last game with Ace Bailey going off with 25 points, being the highest scoring player for the Jazz in the last game against the Houston Rockets. And even though they took an L, a big L, Ace Bailey, the star player that we've been waiting for, could be here. And now, up against another star, first KD, now we got Wembanyama. We got last year's Rookie of the Year we going up against. We got De'Aaron Fox he's going up against. There's a lot of guys who are going up against. Dylan Harper, this year's second-year pick, we're going up against. So it's one of those whereby it's a tough one. It really is. But it should be an enjoyable game. I will say that. Now, I haven't had a lot of time to see who's going to be playing, who's going to be starting. From what I understand, Kyle Filipowski, Isaiah Collier, Larry Markkinen are all still out. Let me check to see what is going on regards to that front. Okay. There we go. I'm going to the best source of truth, Twitter. Let's see what Twitter is saying. Utah Jazz. Okay, we got the starting five. It's just been released. Keontae George at the 1, Ace Bailey at the 2, Svi Mykhailiuk at the 3, Taylor Hendricks at the 4, and Jusuf Nurkic at the 5. What do I think about that? Let me show you guys this. I got to show you guys this. Let me share my screen. You see this? This is the starting lineup right here. George, Bailey, Mykhailiuk, Hendricks, Nurkic. And right now, I got the TV on the NBA app. Spurs are coming out. It looks like we got Wembanyama, Castle, John. I have no idea who's starting for Spurs. I can't make up with all the guys that's coming out right now. But, I mean, it looks like everybody who you would want there will be there. I don't think Dylan Harper is going to be playing. From what I understand, he was injured. But if he does play, let me, you know what? Yeah. Spurs, San Antonio. Let's see who's starting. They have nothing here when it comes. They have no, like, who's in the starting lineup? Like, where there's nothing here with the starting line. Is this the right page, or am I? I have nothing. I have no idea. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Spurs Twitter. Devin Vassell at the 1. Julian Champagny at the 2. Keldon Johnson at the 3. Harrison Barnes at the 4. And Victor Wembanyama at the 5. So I think this is a pretty good lineup. Very experienced lineup. But we'll see how it goes. Because I think that compared to the Jazz's lineup, how is that? Like, you got the Jazz's lineup there. I mean, you got Nurkic, who's a vet. I'm gonna like the synergy with him and Jusuf Nurkic. That's gonna be good. Oh, now it's on TV. Devin Vassell. Yep, I can confirm this is it. Taylor Hendricks, I think, had a very good game last game. If you didn't watch it, definitely go check out some of the highlights or watch the live stream that I did for the Houston Rockets game I had lots of things to say there about Taylor Hendricks. I thought he had a really, really good game. Then you had Svi Mihailuk, not a fan of his. Last game. Like, you know what? Stop. I thought he was okay. Too many turnovers, in my opinion. Like, he was joint first with like 3 other guys there with 4 turnovers. Just, yeah, not good enough. And we're off. We got Devin Vassell with the ball. Pass it to Victor Wembanyama with the 3, and he drains it. The alien hits a 3. Jazz ball. Keontae George dribbles down the court. We got Ace Bailey, who now has the ball. Ace Bailey comes through, passes it to Svi Mihailuk. Come on, Mihailuk. Keontae George now has the ball again. Screen set by Nurkic. Nurkic there with the layup. Nurkic there with 2 points. Spurs 3, Jazz 2. Wembanyama now has the ball. Nurkic has got to do a better job at stopping Wemby. Wemby comes in with an easy layup, but it is pretty understandable. How are you going to stop Victor Wembanyama in this game? That is going to be the key question. Victor Wembanyama is going to be a problem in this game, and I have no idea how to stop them. Who was that with a 3? Yusuf Nurkic with all of the Jazz's points right now, 5 points. Well done, Yusuf Nurkic. I think he's been very good. He's going to be like one of our best players. He's going to help everybody be better. Devin Vassell with a 3. Nails the 3. Spurs 8. Jazz 5. Jazz really got to do a better job at perimeter defense. Keontae George now has the ball. Looks like he's calling for a screen, but passes it to Yusuf Nurkic. Taylor Hendricks with a 3, but misses. Now I think it's Keldon Johnson with the ball. To Wembanyama. Has the ball. Passes it to the wing. But then they missed the 3. Ace Bailey now has the ball. Passes it to Keontae George. Gotta love Key. Love Key there. Hendricks on the wing goes for another 3. Same spot as before, but nothing but rim. Wembanyama gets the rebound, and now Wembanyama trying to set something up. Looks like that's Keldon Johnson there. Jazz doing much better on that play there with defending on the perimeter. Causes the Spurs to miss it. Svi Mihailuk with the 3, and he laces it. Did you just try to shut me up, Svi? We'll see. We will see, Svi. By the end of this game, when we start looking at the numbers, I really want to see how good Svi Mihailuk is. Got Devin Vassell with the ball. Pass it to Keldon Johnson. Ball goes out, I believe, off of the Spurs. Now the Jazz have... who now has the ball again? They're now panning the picture to Will Hardy there, and the commentators are talking about how it's Will Hardy's 4th year in the NBA. Actually, it came off the Jazz, and it looks like it was Spurs ball, but again, goes out of play and comes off San Antonio, it looks like it. So it's going to be Jazz ball again. Keontae George has the ball. Brings it up the court up to halfway. Passes it to Nurkic. Nurkic then back to Keontae George. Is Keontae George going to go for a 3? No, drives to the basket. Go for the layup, but he misses. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama then to Vassell. Vassell tries to drive. Harrison Barnes back to Wemby, who's on the perimeter. Come on, Nurkic. Stop him. Oh, there we go. And it's a miss. Wemby is down, but he's back up again. Ace Bailey with the ball. Little turnaround by Ace Bailey. They had 2 men on Ace Bailey at that moment in time, but there was nothing he could do. Nurkic is out there all by himself. Hits a 3. Assist by Keontae George there. Ladies and gentlemen, Utah Jazz fans, we have to talk about how important Yusuf Nurkic is going to be for this team this season, because this is the second game where I'm looking and I'm like, yeah, this is what we need. This is what we need. We need a big that can shoot 3. And before somebody tells me, no, it is not Kyle Filipowski. Absolutely not. Kyle Filipowski is a 4. I do not want him playing at the 5. Nope. I don't want it happening. We need another guy that can play the 5. For me, I am hoping that it's going to be someone from the draft. And I'm hoping it's going to be Cam Boozer. I hope the Jazz get a top 5 pick, similar to what they had this season. And maybe they'll get 4th and Cam Boozer will go, and the Jazz will get Cam Boozer. We got Carlos Boozer now working with the Jazz very closely to them. I see that as no secret. I think that's who the Jazz want. I think that they want one, if not both, of one of the Boozer twins. I'm just saying. We don't keep Nurkic. We got to go after a guy like a Cam Boozer in the draft. But that's a side note. Now back to the game. Jazz 11, Spurs 10. You know what? Let me put up the scores like how I did the last time. And again, this is ahead. Okay, you know what? I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna share it so that you guys can keep an eye on the game. Let me do this. So you can see that scores in the game. Keontae with a 3 and nails the 3. You know what? I really do not like Seg Media and the way, like, they got the points there wrong. It's now 14-13 to the Jazz. Harrison Barnes there with the 3, misses it. Spurs then get the rebound. Come on, boys. Mid-range jumper by the Spurs, but it's another miss. Come on. Ace Bailey there gets the ball, brings the ball up the court to halfway, passes it to Keontae George, who resumes his role as the primary ball handler, but passes it back to Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey to Svi Mykhailiuk, who goes up for a standard mid-range and drains it. But it looks like there was a foul somewhere. Oh, it's a timeout. It looks like it's a timeout. Timeout by Utah. And now we're in a break. So let's look at the damage. Svi Mykhailiuk with 3 points. It looks like that last shot from Svi Mykhailiuk did not register or didn't count. So Svi Mykhailiuk only has 3 points in his 6 minutes, 2 assists and 1 rebound. So far, he's been pretty good. Taylor Hendricks, nothing, but he's had a couple of threes he attempted with no points. Yusuf Nurkic there with 8 points. Definitely, he has been our main guy. Ace Bailey there with 2 rebounds. Has Ace Bailey taken a shot yet? No, I don't believe Ace Bailey's taken a shot yet. I don't think he has. I will check ESPN in a second. Then you got Keontae George there with 3 points. He did hit 1-3 already with 3 assists. Really good at the moment. 1 rebound. Loving Keontae George and the creativity. I mean, I don't think he is as good as Isaiah Collier when it comes to creativity, but he is doing exactly what most modern day point guards do. You know, brings the ball up, just mainly acting as a facilitator. But when you want someone that is a real creator, is able to see those thread through the needle passes, for me, that's Zay all day. That is Zay. And hopefully Isaiah Collier is, I think it's his hamstring that's having a bit of issues for him. He can hopefully get some time near the end of preseason, and maybe in the few games that the NBA season starts, we'll slowly kind of bet in. Same thing there goes for Kyle Filipowski. Hope he manages to get well soon, and maybe we could see him in preseason. But let's take a look at what ESPN are saying. Let's take a look. ESPN. That's what I'll do. So it looks like we are almost back. Let me share something else. I prefer ESPN. I'm not gonna lie. No, you know what? ESPN is worse. Like they're way ahead. I'm not sharing ESPN. I'll look at ESPN later. I'm gonna keep it just there, right there, right now. To is my cam working okay? So the game was just about to get started, but now they're talking about the fact that Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey obviously played together at Rutgers. And obviously, Dylan Harper now brought on, but Ace Bailey is on the bench. Nothing wrong with that. Uh, Cameras off. What is going on with my camera? Okay. I think we got this all working now. Apologies, I'm having some technical issues before I get back into the game. Okay, I think I got everything going. Share the screen. Okay. Okay. Now we're back. Now we can start watching the game again. So it looks like Bryce Sensabaugh is on the court. Damn right, we need Bryce. Bryce, if you didn't watch last game, Bryce was one of our best players. 24 points, 6 from 10 from the 3-point line, 3 rebounds. Bryce hasn't stopped scoring. Bryce is going to be one of our key guys. I'm going to love Bryce. Like, if you're a Utah Jazz fan, like, you should really be loving Bryce right now. Dylan Harper with the 3, misses it. Ball goes out. I think that's Harrison Barnes that the ball goes out on. Oh, Walter Clayton is also on the court too. Let's get to look at him a little bit more closely. We didn't see much of Walt in the last game, but it's good to see Walt. Walt now has the ball, playing as a point guard. It looks like Cody Williams is also playing too. Oh, great drive to the basket by Bryce Sensabaugh. And he gets the foul to the line. There we go, Bryce. Jazz up 18-15 at the moment. Good pass by Walter Clayton on that one. So Bryce goes for his first. Trains the. Oh, it was only just the one. Oh yeah, that's right. It's only the one because he got it. So I think Bryce with 3. Dylan Harper has the ball, passes it to the other side to Keldon Johnson. I think that is. Goes back to Harper. Don't know who that is. Who is number 3? I really should be using this. Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson with the 3 and nails it. He's got an open 3. Come on. Who was that there? I think that was Cody that should have been there. All right. Walt Lake City. He's got the ball now. Gets past Dylan Harper. Passes it back to. Come on. Who's that? I think that's Kyle Anderson with the mid-range, but he misses. Who's the Jazz number 2? Yeah, it's Kyle Anderson. Kevin Love is also on the floor as well. Okay. So that's pretty interesting. Keldon Johnson then drives to the basket, gets it in. Fortunately, Kevin Love fouled him. But, like, yeah, good attempt. Good attempt. But, you know what? I haven't talked much about the San Antonio Spurs. Now, San Antonio Spurs have a really interesting group of talented players. I think that they have their core, which obviously involves Victor Wembanyama, and I do think that involves uh, the likes of Carter Bryant, who's now on the court. Hold on, is Carter Bryant on the court yet? No, he isn't on the court yet, but I saw him getting ready. Yeah, Carter Bryant's getting ready. Bryce Sensabaugh with the three. I think Carter Bryant's a core, as well as Devin Vassell and Dylan Harper. I'm not sure about De'Aaron Fox. Like, I know he's getting paid, but I'm not sure he's the core. But we'll have to see. But I'm really excited as a basketball fan of watching this Spurs team. They have so many talented players. Like, if you're a basketball fan, you just have to be just a little bit jealous. Like, if you're looking through this lineup here, you got Victor Wembanyama, who's a generational talent. Dylan Harper, I mean, everybody's already touted him as somebody who is just going to come out, even though he's young, it's just going to come out knowing how to play in the NBA. So far, I don't know if it's been a little bit of a challenge for him. Like, Walter Clayton did get the layup there in that last play and did look good. But we'll have to see more from Dylan Harper. I know he just had a bit of an injury, so it's going to be interesting to see how he is going forward. And then Carter Bryant, who was everybody's really favorite player from Summer League. And I also have to say that I'm a big fan of Carter Bryant because I think Carter Bryant is a really, really good defender. For me, he is what I want Taylor Hendricks to be from the defensive side. But from what I've seen from Carter Bryant, he looks like he can't shoot. And that's the only thing. Just looks like he can't shoot. But I think he should be on soon, at least when they come back from break. And then we can really take a look at him. But you see how it is now. Ace Betty still only played about 6 minutes, no points. But you got Walter Clayton off with a couple of points there in his 2 minutes of play. It's been a decent, solid game so far. Not great quality, but it's been okay. It's been okay. And how could I forget to wear the one thing? How can I forget my Jazz hat? There we go. I felt naked without it. Still on break, but what does everybody think? Is there anybody in the chat? No, but there are a few people watching, which is great. I just want to thank everybody for watching. Like, I really do appreciate it. I know a lot of the times, when you're just looking at one person do a live stream to talk about a game, it could get kind of boring, but I really do appreciate it. A lot of times I'm just here doing exactly what I would do at home, but now I have a camera rolling and I'm just, being myself. So thank you for joining me on this, and hopefully one day somebody will say something in the chat and we could get a conversation going. But it looks like we are back, and we got I don't know what that is supposed to be, the San Antonio mascot, the Foxes. You thought it would have been a Spur, but they're doing a few video clips talking about my man Bryce Sensabaugh out here driving to the basket, some of the highlights that he's had so far. And I got the reason why I like Bryce is, even though I think Bryce in the NBA is a 2, physically, Bryce could probably play the 3. I think if you put Bryce, if he matches up against a 3, I don't think he would have a bad problem at all. That's why I like Bryce. That's where like someone like Keontae George, I think, would struggle having to defend against a small forward. Whilst I think Bryce would do a better job. So that's it with Bryce. Looks like the Jazz are picking up Spurs full court now, or at least on that play. Cody Williams, come on, Cody. You got to keep up with Dylan Harper. Nice one, Cody. There we go, Cody. Forces Dylan Harper to pass the ball. Now it's Walter Clayton to Wembanyama. Refs blow the whistle. Looks like there's a foul somewhere. Lowry's still on the bench. They pan the camera to Lowry. We're going to need you, Lowry. So it looks like the Jazz fouled the ball to number 43. Who is number 43 for Spurs? Lindy Waters III. He takes a free throw. Spurs now have the ball back. But they try to drive to the basket and lose the ball. Yes! That just means it's Jazz time, baby. There we go. All right, Walt Lake City has the ball. Passes it to Bryce Sensabaugh, who passes it back to Walt. Gotta love Walt there. Doing a little fake there on Dylan Harper. But it looks like Dylan Harper wasn't a nice boy. And now it looks like the ball goes back to the Jazz. But it's going to be Jazz ball. Jazz are going to pass. It's going to be an inbound pass. Who's Walt going to pass to? Is that Nurkic? To Nurkic. Walt with the ball. Out to Kyle Anderson. Come on, Kyle. Out to the wings again to Kevin Love. Bryce has the ball. Now with Bryce with a three and Wembanyama with a block. Oh, my God. This is the alien. He stopped the impossible. The impossible is Bryce. Who can stop Bryce? Wemby can. But it turned out to be a foul. Bryce goes to the line. Playing against Wemby must be a challenge, man. Like I'd love to ask him what it's like to go up against Wembanyama. Or like to ask guys like 10, 15 years ago, Kobe, like what's it like to go up against LeBron James? Because those are just like specimens of talent that they're just so special. So Bryce has taken 2 free throws already, has nailed both of them. Now he's going for a third, and he nails it. Bryce Sensabaugh nailing all his free throws. That's what we want. That's what we want from our starting shooting guard, Bryce Sensabaugh. Oh, bad defended there. So we got Dylan Harper drove to the basket on that last play. Drive straight to the basket, past Ace Bailey. But Ace grabs the ball, drives on the other end, tries to drive, but actually good positional defending by Dylan Harper to stop the potential drive. And Ace ends up knocking the ball out of play, and San Antonio gets the ball back. But in that last bit of play, when the Spurs had the ball again, ball goes to Wemby, and you had Ace Bailey marking Wemby at this moment. It's a lot. It's very, very physical by Ace Bailey. Like, it is a foul, and Spurs do. Oh, they don't get free throws. Whistle blew. I thought it was a foul. No, it looked like it was a foul. Like, Ace Bailey definitely was very physical at that point. And you can, it looks like Kyle Anderson is bleeding. Maybe that's the reason why it was called. But I'm loving the defense, loving the physicality from Ace Bailey. He gives you everything that you want in a player. I love the description that KD gave after the game a couple of days ago against Houston on Wednesday. And the word that he used was dynamic player, because he really is able to switch offense, defense, rebounding, like he can do a little bit of everything. That's why when he said in his interview, like, he can do a bit of everything. Like, it's kind of true. We got Wemby on Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson doing a great job to force Wemby to pass the ball. Ball then goes to Dylan Harper, and he shoots it over Walt Clayton and hits the mid-range. Walt now has the ball, drives up, passes to Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson again to Walt. Walt goes past the screen, passes it back to Kyle Anderson. Anderson, open. Is he going to take the three? Takes the three, but he misses. Spurs have the ball. Wemby now drives to the basket. That's Jazz being a little bit too physical to Wemby, but you understand why they are being too physical to Wemby, because you just can't just be giving Wemby all this space to be able to do whatever he does. You know, when he could just do this with the ball and, you know, be able to shoot over anyone, you're like, you got to limit the amount of space. And I think that's exactly what the Jazz have done. Unfortunately, it's meant that Victor Wembanyama has gone to the line and now he has to shoot free throws, which, you know, force him to take the difficult free throws. He nails his first one, and now he's about to take his second. Nails the second. What was that put Victor Wembanyama on? 7 points? Let me refresh this page. He's on 9 points right now, Victor Wembanyama. Jazz have the ball. Pass to Bryce Sensabaugh. Shoots a three, but it looks like, I think that was Devin Vassell. Oh, alley-oop to Victor Wembanyama on the counter. Devin Vassell passes it to just literally a lob pass to Victor Wembanyama. No, that was Dylan Harper. My apologies with that. Dylan Harper with the lob pass to Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama catches it, dunks it, but kind of lands awkwardly. Is he feeling okay, Victor Wembanyama? I don't know. But I think he got fouled on that last play, maybe by Ace Bailey at that point. But Wemby puts away his free throws. Walt Lake City. Walt Clayton has the ball. Drives up. Dylan Harper playing some very good defense, but gives the ball away to Devin Vassell. Come on, Bryce. That's Ace Bailey with the block. But then the follow-up. Oh, man. Follow-up by... who was that got the follow-up? Can we see a highlight? Yes, we can. Devin Vassell drives to the basket. Bryce there in front of him. Ace Bailey there with the block. But then I think it counts. I think it's goaltending. Kevin Love on there on the other side. Past that play. Nails a three. Jazz down by 4 at the moment. Devin Vassell has the ball in the last 6 seconds of the game. Oh, the first quarter. What am I talking? Stop Wemby, please. Yes, they do. Pass the ball, but there is a block. First quarter over. Jazz tried to go to get a quick counter, but it got blocked just at the end. Just wasn't enough. So at the end of the first quarter, what do we got? Let me refresh this. Let me refresh. Svi Mihailuk with 3 points. Taylor Hendricks would not. I don't think I've seen Taylor. Taylor's been on the bench, but when Taylor started, he didn't score any. Yusuf Nurkic, again, he's been on the bench since the last 7 minutes or so. He has 8 points. Ace Bailey still hasn't got one, but Ace Bailey's playing really good defense. I will say that. He's playing defense. He's doing probably what the coaches have asked him to do, even though he has not scored points. But in 8 minutes, I would have to say I've expected him to have a couple of points on the board, but that's probably going to change in the second quarter. Keontae George there, he hasn't played in a while. Like, I don't think he wasn't on the floor at least that last 5-6 minutes of the game. Walter Clayton was playing at the 1, but Keontae George starting, I thought played pretty well. 3 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound. Played pretty well. Cody Williams there with 4 minutes. Nothing on the board for Cody. Similar position to Taylor Hendricks, but has played 6 there. Bryce Sensabaugh, the man, the one that is giving us the offensive bag right now. 11 points from Bryce Sensabaugh, 1 assist in his 6 minutes of play. Walter Clayton there with 2. I thought he's played pretty well. Did have a well, he lost the ball that Dylan Harper got that eventually led to a Victor Wembanyama dunk, but still, I thought he's had a good game. I think Kyle Anderson's been pretty good for us, even though he hasn't had points, but he's had 3 assists, which is what you want. Same thing there with Kevin Love. I think he's been good, even though he hasn't been that much involved in the game, but he did nail that 3 near the end to keep the Jazz in this game. What about the Spurs? I talk a lot about the Jazz, but I don't talk about the Spurs. So the game is about to come back on, but we got Wembanyama there leading the way with 10 points, just like Bryce Sensabaugh with us for 11. We got second with Devin Vassell. He's been good for them. He's been a key part to them. He's been helping them with defense. He's been a core piece for them, which is exactly what I thought that he was for them, with 7 points in his 10 minutes, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Dylan Harper, I felt, has been good. He's been good defensively, stealing the ball from Walter Clayton and getting some buckets too. Keldon Johnson there, I think, has been pretty good with his 5 points in 9 minutes. Luke Cornett, he was on there for a little while. He got the block on the last play that the Jazz were trying to go for the counter. I think he can shoot the 3 pretty well, Luke Cornett. I think he played for the Celtics at one point. But I'm interested to see part of it. Carter Bryant, I didn't even notice that he was on the floor. Only played 1 minute. I expect Carter Bryant to continue getting some minutes. I do want to see what he could do. Everybody has said that, yes, he's defensively good, but he can't shoot. But I'm curious to see what that looks like, because I was a fan of him in Summer League. And now we're back. Walter Clayton has the ball. And hold on, who is there marking him? Walt with the 3. Walt Clayton, Walt Lake City with the 3 and drains it. That's what we want. Walter Clayton there with the 3. He's at 5 points in 5 minutes. Ace Bailey steals the ball. Ace Bailey's got the ball, but gets fouled. Fouled by Carter Bryant, the guy who I was talking about. Now they're showing the clip of Walter Clayton draining the 3. Very good 3 by Walter Clayton over number 43 from the Spurs, who is Lindy Waters III. They still got the camera on Walter Clayton. Ace Bailey taking his free throws. Ace Bailey off to the mark there with hitting his first free throw. Again, they're still talking about Walter Clayton. I can understand why. Super experienced player. Give the Jazz a winning mentality. Ace Bailey puts away both free throws. He's on the mark there with his 2 points. Ace Bailey really has been on defense mode right now. Ace Bailey couldn't get past the screen in order to be able to stop that Devin Vassell 3 there. So Devin Vassell hits the 3. Nurkic there with the ball. Sets it up for Walter Clayton. Ace Bailey out for the 3. And Ace Bailey drains the 3. There we go. Ace Bailey there. I believe that's 5 points and should be in about 10 minutes for Ace Bailey. Yes? No, 7 points now for Ace Bailey in 10 minutes. 2 rebounds. Spurs have the ball. Devin Vassell, too easy. Devin Vassell there, literally almost under the rim there, got such an easy chance there. Walter Clayton then passes the ball to Yusuf Nurkic. Nurkic, the hub threat, pass it to his boy, Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey goes for the layup. It is Bailey time, baby. Get your Baileys out, because Baileys is out here scoring them. That's 9 points for Ace Bailey. Walter Clayton there. Who's that? Number 30 for Spurs. Jazz steal the ball. Is that Cody who stole it? Come on, Cody! Cody gets on the mark. Cody Williams. Well done, Cody. Well done for that, Cody. Now, big respect, Cody. Cody received a lot of criticism, particularly from myself in the last game. So this was great to see from Cody. This is what we want to see from Cody. Get your defense on, do what's right, and improve, because Cody's minutes are going to be a lot less than they were last season, at least until he proves that he can that he's better than some of these other guys. So now we're in a break. What do we have here? Let me refresh the page. We got Wembanyama with 10 points, Devin Vassell with 12, Dylan Harper with 6. You got Ace. Is Ace Bailey still on 7 points? That's a weird one. I swear I counted 9 for Ace Bailey. But Ace Bailey's still on 7. 2 rebounds. Keontae George hasn't played yet, but my guess at some point during this second quarter, we will see Keontae George again. What do we have here? Walter Clayton, I thought, had a good set of minutes there. 7 minutes, gave you 5 points, 2 assists. Can play the point guard role really well. I know there were talks about Walter Clayton and what is he? Is he a 1 or is he a 2? I still haven't figured that out, but I truly think that he's probably a combination. I think he's a modern day combo guard. He's someone that can play the 1 and the 2 and probably do it effectively. But I think he will be forced to play in the 1 just because of his height. But I think he's someone that can naturally drift into the 2 if you need him to. And he's probably someone that maybe you play him and Keontae George together for the 1 and the 2. Like that might be actually the play. So you get offense, or you get offense that's able to change and switch between 1 and the 2. Because that's something that you're not going to get from Isaiah Collier. To play in those 2 might be the best shout, even though I'm not a fan of it because I'm a big Isaiah Collier fan. And it looks like we are back. I think they're talking about Cody Williams at the moment. Let's see what they're saying about Cody. So Cody Williams talking about this summer is all about being physical, not allowing teams to push him around, defending really hard. And I completely agree. And that's what you saw from the last play by Cody Williams. Cody Williams stole the ball, went up for a layup. Even now, like, defending really well. And like, I do believe in the kid. I just want him to improve because he seems like a really nice kid. And you just want good people and nice people to win and succeed in life. So I'll be wishing Cody the very best. But we are back. Devin Vassell there went for a 3, got fouled by Ace Bailey in there. Something Ace Bailey's going to have to learn not to go too close with that. But look, Devin Vassell should be going up for 3 free throws. Misses the first one, which is good. Hopefully he'll miss a second. Devin Vassell goes for the second. Nails the second. Damn it. And he nails the third. All right. Walt Clayton has the ball again. Pass. Taylor Hendricks is back, people. Taylor Hendricks is on the court with Yusuf Nurkic, Ace Bailey, and Cody Williams. Nurkic to Ace Bailey. Oh, he gets up high. Oh. Ace Bailey there, looking like prime KD, comes up off the pass and just literally gets the mid-range. Too much ball watching, guys. Too easy. Come on, I mean, it's just past, just constant. The Jazz have to do better with the rebounds, right? In my last live stream on Wednesday, I talked about this. But the Jazz finally got the ball, tried to go there for the mid-range. I think that was Cody Williams with the shot. Oh, what is this? Come on. We just let Victor Wembanyama take 3 threes back-to-back after missing them. No. We can't let... No, do not let him come into play. Come on, Nurkic. Oh, no. Guys. No. Come on. No. Wemby gets the dunk. Walter Clayton passes the ball to Cody Williams, who passes it to Nurkic. Nurkic with the ball to Walter Clayton. Clayton drives to the basket, back to Nurkic. Nurkic drives over Wemby. Tries to go for the hook. Fortunately not. Devin Vassell has the ball. Drives to the basket, loses the ball, comes off the foot of Taylor Hendricks. Ace Bailey recovers, but then the ball goes off of him. Goes out of play. Spurs get the ball back. They're showing highlights of the last set of play. There's no, the Spurs should not have that many opportunities. That's crazy. Wemby goes for 1-3, comes back. Goes for another 3, comes back. Tries to drive. You have to stop him. They had 3 opportunities to score 1 basket. The Jazz make it too easy to score. That's the thing that they have to fix. I need some water now. Walter Clayton now has the ball. Goes for the 3. Oh, and Walt Lake City drains it. Splash. Spurs now have the ball. To Harrison Barnes. Cody is marking Harrison Barnes. Oh, Cody. Now it's Ace Bailey. Spurs get the layup. I think that's Luke Cornett. And I believe they also got fouled as well. Kevin Love is on. We definitely need some vet presence right now. Gotta love Kevin Love. What happened there? They're showing replays. Oh, I think Nurkic is saying it went in, so there's nothing we could do now. All right, we got Spurs have the ball. They're passing and move real quick. Spurs move the ball so fast, it's hard for even me to keep up with some of the commentary about it. Luke Cornett goes in for the dunk again. Nurkic just isn't quite quick enough to get up to try to go for the block. Spurs playing really well right now. I got to give it up to that. They're playing really well. It's making it really hard for the Jazz to keep up with them. And Jazz are just making a little bit of mistakes, mainly just because just a little bit too slow. They're like half a step too slow. And they'll make a foul. Spurs go to the line. Luke Cornett misses the second free throw. But we got Kevin Love with the rebound. Walter Clayton now driving the ball up, trying to get past Champagnie. Walter Clayton with the 3 again. No. Walter Clayton misses with the 3. Now we have Keldon Johnson to Champagnie. Luke Cornett to the corner to Harrison Barnes. Barnes, nothing but air. Taylor Hendricks with the rebound. Taylor Hendricks with the ball. Come on, Taylor. 2. Bryce. Oh, I thought I was just about to say Bryce, baby. Then we got Harrison Barnes there with the ball. Walter Clayton marking him. 2. Lindy Waters the third. Lindy Waters the third with a 3. Bryce has the ball now. Number 28. Let's go. Bryce, baby. And looks like the ball got knocked out by Spurs. Should be Jazz ball. I think it's Lindy Waters the third to manage to get something on that. Bryce to the line. I think he's about to shoot 2. Let's see what's going on here. All right. We got a couple of guys coming on. We got Svi Mihailuk coming on for Cody, and we got Keontae George coming on. I can't see who Keontae is coming on. Oh, Keontae is coming on for Walter Clayton. We still got Taylor Hendricks out there. Hey, who else have we got? Is Ace Bailey still out there, or did I miss that? Yeah, Ace Bailey's already sat down. It's Kevin Love. Spurs with the ball. Lindy Waters the third again with another 3. But Bryce gets the rebound. But it looks like it was a foul by Keontae George when he took the 3. Keontae right there talking to the ref to say, "Hey, Lo, I didn't touch. Lindy Waters the third with the first free throw. Nails the first free throw. Jason Terry talking to Keontae George right now on the bench. I wonder what they're saying. I was a big Jason Terry fan. Very good player. John Tonje on the court. John Tonje with the rebound. Now I get to see John Tonje in a little bit more detail. Oh my God. Jazz give away the ball on that one. Keontae thinking about passing it to someone, but just literally threw it out of bounds. Spurs have the ball. Dylan Harper in particular has the ball. Svi Mihailuk loses him. Passes it to the corner to Harrison Barnes, who passes it again to someone else. Back to Barnes. Barnes misses, but Keontae George gets the rebound. Keontae takes the ball up, dribbles it, drives to the basket, but tries to go for the pass to the corner to Bryce, but the ball gets knocked out, I believe, by Lindy Waters the third, and it's Jazz ball again. Inbound pass to John. Inbound pass came to Svi Mihailuk. Svi tries to pass it. I believe that was to Kevin Love, but nothing there. All right, Keontae George has the in-ball ball now. Passes it now to Bryce. Bryce with the miss. You could see a lot of it is like, we got to pass the ball to Bryce, but hey, other people got to take shots too. John Tonje, he got to take some shots too. We got to believe in some of these other guys. Keontae George trying to defend. Did he manage to get something on it? We don't know, but he did enough in order to prevent, I think that was Luke Cornett from nailing that 3. Now it's Jazz ball again. You got, is that John Tonje? John Tonje there with the ball, passes it back to Keontae George. Keontae George dribbles. Keontae, please don't go into the corner. Please don't go into the corner. Keontae tries to drive, but gets blocked. Keldon Johnson. Bryce with the easy three on the other end. Bryce misses it. No, Bryce. No ice for Bryce. Keldon Johnson has the ball again. Passes it to lob threat to to Luke Cornett. Spurs get the easy two with that one. Spurs up 55-49. Bryce has the ball. Pass it to John Tonje, who passes it back to Bryce. Bryce then drives to the basket, but it's a foul. Bryce goes to the line. Bryce has been pretty good at free throws, so I don't mind this. But I really would prefer if he'd managed to get to the basket, so at least he could get 3 points. Jazz still down by 6. Down by 5. Bryce nails the first free throw. Looks like Yusuf Nurkic is coming on in between the first and the second free throw. They got the camera pan to the Spurs bench at the moment. Bryce Sensabaugh takes his second two. Good. All right. Jazz down by 4. Dylan Harper has the ball. Who's that? I think who is number 40? Who is number 40? Harrison. Oh, I think I just missed the score that right there. That was Dylan Harper with some points. Now we got Svi Mihajlovic with the ball. Come on, Svi, pass it to Nurkic in the paint. Nurkic goes for the hook, but it gets blocked by Wemby. Oh, just too easy. Come on, guys. No second chance opportunities. No third chance opportunities. Luke Cornett goes there for the layup, but gets fouled by Nurkic, and now he's to the line. And he nails both of them. Taylor Hendricks comes on, which is what you want. Let's go, Taylor. How many points is Taylor? I don't think Taylor scored. Taylor hasn't scored any points yet. See, this is the problem. Come, we need Taylor. Like, score some. Get some points going. John Tonje with the inbound pass to Keontae George. Keontae's got the ball. Drives the ball up. Going up against Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper playing some great D, but Keontae gets past Dylan. Taylor Hendricks. John Tonje. Nothing but air. That was a bad shot. That was not a good shot at all. Spurs have the ball. Luke Cornett has it. Passes it to Victor Wembanyama. John Tonje is on Wemby. Wemby loses the ball, but it looks like it was a foul by John Tonje on Victor Wembanyama. And it looks like Wemby's probably going to be gone. No, I think now Jazz call timeout. Somebody call timeout. Yeah, but this is starting to get away. When the Jazz were up by 4, now they're down by 9. It's a tough one. It really is. It really is. Like, we got to find a way to score. We need guys to stop hiding and start taking shots. Like, and I know that might sound bad, but I truly do believe that. You start looking at some of these numbers here, and you're like, how is Taylor Hendricks playing 12 minutes and he hasn't scored? Like, no. Yusuf Nurkic, I'm gonna stay silent because he like he's done something like with it. When you look at the minutes that he's played, same thing there with Ace Bailey there with 9 points. I knew Ace Bailey scored 9 points. Like, what was it with the 7? You know, Keontae George there. I expect to see something more with Keontae, but Keontae's trying. You know, he's trying to do something. There was a moment in that before they went to break where he tried to drive to the basket, went past Dylan Harper, tried to go for the layup, but ended up getting his shot blocked. So Keontae George has been trying, but just hasn't really found any good opportunities for him to shoot. So I could stay content with Keontae George where he is right now, but still want to see more. Cody Williams, you got to see more there. 2 points, you need more from Cody. If he's gotten like 5, so be it. Bryce Sensabaugh, I think, is doing pretty well. Walter Clayton, I think, is doing pretty well. Kyle Anderson, we need to see more from you. More vets, more from the vet, Kyle Anderson. And then that's kind of it. Oh, and John Toddy's only been there for 3 minutes. But let's look at Spurs. Because I think I'm all Jazz right now, as you could see. But I need to do a better job at really giving the Spurs some love, because they do deserve some love with how they played. They played very well, passed the ball really quickly. Keldon Johnson there, I think, has had a really good game. Harrison Barnes, he's been very active. I've been calling his name quite a lot, but I haven't seen a lot from him, at least on the scoring side. Victor Wembanyama, Wemby is Wemby. Can't get past that. Julian Champagny with 3 points there. Devin Vassell, he can't stop. He's always around there. Lindy Waters, I think, is at a pretty decent game, even though the score doesn't say it. So Carter Bryant, non-existent. Oh, he's only played 2 minutes, which is probably the reason why. Dylan Harper there with 6 points, two assists. I think he's had a pretty decent game. Luke Cornett, I think he's had a pretty decent game, even though he's only had 2 points, but has had 3 rebounds and an assist. Who else? And that's it. That is it from the Spurs. So overall, I think that there's just been a lot of just very good team play by the Spurs. They've passed the ball really, really quick. Really quick. So quick sometimes it's even difficult for me to follow. And that's something that has to improve with the Jazz. Jazz are a little bit like a step too slow to do anything. And if they could improve that, just get a little bit quicker, things would be a little bit better. But right now, they're down by 9. So that's something that can really change. But Wemby is about to take some free throws. Nails the first one. So the Jazz are down by 10. Wemby then going for the second free throw. And nails that too. John Tonje. Inbound. Inbound. What? I'm sorry. All right. So the inbound pass comes from John Tonje. Passes it to Keontae George. Keontae George loses the ball because Dylan Harper is on him like a bad rash. Just manages to get the ball. But it looks like it was a foul, so it was re-given. Keontae George has the ball. He brings the ball up. I've been really impressed by Dylan Harper. I'll probably need to do a separate video on him. Taylor Hendricks has the ball. Tries to drive. Gets fouled. It looks like, did Taylor get... Yeah, Taylor got fouled. And I believe he goes to the line as well. Got fouled there by Keldon Johnson. What is up with Keldon Johnson's like ripped like undergarment? Like, can't he, like, did he have to rip it like that? Like, I'm sure they could get like a short sleeve one for him. But Taylor Hendricks with his first free throws of the game. Nails one. Taylor Hendricks off the mark. Ace Bailey comes back into the game. Let's go, Ace. John Tonje there goes off for him. It's good that John Tonje gets some minutes out there. John Tonje playing 4 minutes, but only managed 1 rebound, no assists, no points. Taylor Hendricks nails his second free throw, which is good. What can Ace do? Now it's Ace versus Dylan Harper, or well, more like Ace versus Devin Vassell. Nurkic marking Wemby. Wemby goes up for a mid-range, but gets fouled by Nurkic. And Wemby goes to the line. Too easy, guys. Too easy. Like I can't even fault the Jazz. Like the Jazz are, I think, are playing pretty decent, but again, it's like it's that's not even that physical. Wemby goes to the line, takes his free throw, and nails it. Spurs up by 12. Ball comes in from Svi Mykhailiuk to Keontae George, who brings it up the court. Keontae there. Keontae's trying to find someone. Found Svi. Svi there goes round by the screen. Ball gets knocked out by Dylan Harper, who almost managed to get a steal. Guys, we got to watch out. Like, Dylan Harper's really good on defense. Like, it's one thing I'll say about him. Really good on defense. Keontae George, inbound pass to Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey with the midi, but misses. That's fine. That was a bit of a rush one. Wemby with the ball. Wemby, they're getting past Nurkic. But again, he misses, but then he gets fouled again. Like, you can't keep giving all this, like ref. Like, I hardly see any contact with that. Wemby to the line once again. Do they just want Wemby to get to the line just so that they can pan the shot directly to him? Be like, yeah, let's give the face shot to the next face of the league. That's crazy. But Wemby nails his first free throw. Jazz are currently down by 13, but Kyle Anderson, is he our savior, comes onto the court for Yusuf Nurkic? Because Nurkic is probably struggling to keep up with. I mean, I don't think he's struggling, but like the constant fouls on him just aren't enough. But inbound pass comes from Kyle Anderson to Keontae George, brings it up the court. It's now George versus Dylan Harper, who passes it to Taylor Hendricks. Taylor Hendricks trying to put that body on him. Svi Mihailuk with the ball, gets past Dylan Harper, goes up for the midi. Svi Mihailuk, someone who I have criticized, especially from the last video. I criticize Svi a lot. Svi Mihailuk there gets the mid-range. I think Svi Mihailuk should be on what? 5 now? Yep, is on 5. Wemby backing down Taylor Hendricks, manages to get the mid-range. I mean, it's too easy for Wemby. Jazz have the ball. Kyle Anderson now to Taylor Hendricks. Taylor Hendricks there with the ball. Passes it there to Kyle Anderson. Back to Keontae George. Passes it to Taylor Hendricks. So passes it back to Keontae George. Key with the midi. Misses it though. Wemby now has the ball. What exactly is the Jazz can do to stop Wemby? I think if there was an answer to that, I'd be a millionaire because everybody would be doing it. So Keontae George comes in there for the foul on Wemby. For what? Keontae, like, they're winning right now. Like, I understand that, there's enough seconds there for one more play. But I don't get that one. Wemby goes. No, Wemby doesn't go to the line. Wemby doesn't go to the line. Apologies for the sniffles as well. No, Wemby does go to the line. That's Victor Wembanyama with his first free throw here. Nails it. San Antonio are up by 15. Like, this is too much, man. We're getting killed by free throws right now. I mean, he scored like at least. Oh, he misses. Great. Ace Bailey with the rebound. Kyle Anderson has the ball now. No, Keontae George has the ball now. My forgiveness. Kyle Anderson sets the screen. Back to Kyle Anderson. Taylor Hendricks with the 3, but misses. Can somebody get on Wemby like a bad rash? Kyle Anderson has got him. You got him, Kyle. You got him, Kyle. Then Svi Mihailuk fouls Keldon Johnson. For what? For what? Guys, where's the discipline? Will Hardy is there, is shaking his head like, what happened? What is going on? What is up with the fouls? I don't even know what to say about this. This too many fouls. This is why this game has gotten ahead of the Jazz. Keontae George now has the ball. Keldon Johnson there gets his free throws. Keontae George there with a 3, but misses it, and it just rushes into it. Half time. Oh, half time. This is a rough game. This game is rough. This game is rough. So I'm going to give you my halftime thoughts. Then I'm going to take a slight break, and then I'm going to come back. So, looking at the numbers, 72 to 55 for the Jazz. You are, hold on, let me refresh the page just to be absolutely sure. Svi Mihailuk there. You know what? You know what's going to be even better? I got ESPN in the background. This is better. This is much better. Now I really get to see how things are and look at all the stats, not just your standard box score ones. Taylor Hendricks has played for 15 minutes. Yusuf Nurkic 13. Svi Mihailuk 12. Keontae George 13. And Ace Bailey 15 minutes. Let's start off with Taylor Hendricks. Taylor Hendricks, 2 points, 15 minutes, not good enough. I know he's trying. And then when he came on in the second half, he took more shots. He's now like it's just not good enough. Not good enough at all. 1 rebound. There just isn't a lot to go there. But if you're on the court for 15 minutes, and I know everybody's saying it's preseason, stop freaking out. But we got to talk like you're on the court for a certain period of time. Like you have to do something. And when I'm looking at this, I'm like, there's not much being done. Like he hasn't played bad, but he hasn't been like great or fantastic. It's just been like, it's okay. If he had 5, if he had 6, 7 points, then I wouldn't be talking right. I'd be like, you know what? This is pretty good. This is pretty good. He's got 6, 7 points. It is 15 minutes. Like he got 1 rebound. Okay, he has no assists, no steals, no blocks, but he has no turnovers. That's what you want. But like you want more. Yusuf Nurkic. Now, I think Yusuf Nurkic so far has been one of our best players. In the game against Houston, Yusuf Nurkic was one of our best players. And I feel like Yusuf Nurkic in that game was one of the glue pieces to really unlocking Ace Bailey. And that's kind of been the same thing for him here today. He's got 8 points, 13 minutes. He's got 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover. That's what you want. Takes care of the ball very well. And has got some offensive stats. There's got some defensive stats. Well, actually, no, he hasn't got any defensive stats. But there's obviously some improvement there, but there's something going on there. And I have no problem with that. Svi Mihailuk. Now, the one glaring thing that I think you all could see from this is the plus minus on this. Svi Mihailuk with a minus 14. Like, what? Like, I mean, I'm watching the game. I got the game on my TV, which is there. But I didn't think that Svi Mihailuk was this bad. Yes, I'm losing my hair. Is this the cause of Svi Mihailuk? I don't know. 5 points in 12 minutes, like not bad. 1 rebound, 2 assists. But how he compares to The guys he's going up against, not great. Keontae George, again, another culprit, even worse. Minus 16. Wow. Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. 1 turnover, 3 fouls, 3 points in 13 minutes. That isn't good enough. 3 points was okay when you had like 8 minutes, but not off the 13. Like, you have to expect more from Keontae there. You need more. We need more from you, Key. 1 out of 5 from the field isn't great. The 1 out of 2 from 3-pointers is pretty good. Puts him at 50%. Love the 3 assists. Love the 2 rebounds. Good from Key. Ace Bailey. 9 points in 15 minutes. I think that's pretty good. He's 3 from the 5 from the fields. 1 out of 3 from 3. I think that's fine. I just nailed both of his free throws. 3 rebounds, which is good. 2 steals. Obviously, he's playing defense. That's what you want. 2 turnovers. That's not good. And then how he compares to positionally in terms of who he's going up against is plus minus. -7. That isn't great. Kevin Love, 9 minutes. I mean, this is bad. This plus minus again. That stands out to me big time. 3 points. 3 points in 9 minutes. That's all right. Again, hasn't done much offensively. 3 rebounds. That's good. 3 fouls. No turnovers. No turnovers from the bench except for Walter Clayton, who had 1 turnover. But Walter Clayton played 11 minutes. But I'll get onto that later on. John Tonje there with no points in 4 minutes. Can't speak about him too much. He was okay. Cody Williams. Oh, wow. Cody Williams played 10 minutes. 2 points. Not good enough. Similar situation to Keontae George. Like, you're playing on the court for 10 minutes. It's not good enough. It just isn't good enough. Like, you have to do more. I know he's got a +7. But no, no, and 1 steal. No, like, I need more. I need more from you, Cody. Bryce Sensabaugh. Yeah, this -16 there. This is bad, but I could understand that because Spurs have been really good. 15 points in 10 minutes. That's really good. Like, he's kind of on track to hit close to 30 points. And he's really been our biggest offensive threat from this team. 3 out of 8 from the field, 1 out of 5 from 3. That is very unlike Bryce. I expect him to be. We've got to do a better job of giving Bryce a few more kind of open threes that would allow this number to be better. But he's nailed both of his free throws. Has 8 free throws. That's what you want, and 1 assist. Kyle Anderson there with 7 minutes and no points. This has to improve. But what I see Kyle Anderson doing, setting screens there. Defensively, I think he's been pretty decent on Victor Wembanyama. But I'd like to see more. But he does have 3 assists, which isn't bad in the 7 minutes. Then Walter Clayton. I think Walton's had a pretty good game so far. 8 points, -1, plus-minus. I think that's good. 3 out of 4 from the field, 2 out of 3 from his 3 points, and he's got 2 assists, and he's only had 1 turnover. I think that's a pretty good shout out for his time on the court. Then you got Spurs there. They've been really good. I mean, that's why their plus-minus is really good. I mean, Dylan Harper here with a +19. I mean, and Devin Vassell, like, Dylan Harper was crushing Keontae George. Like, I'll tell you that now. Dylan Harper there was pretty good. Really good defensively. Played the game well. Like, I don't even think it doesn't even look like he was thinking about offense. He just played the game very well. 9 points in 12 minutes. Like, I really like Dylan Harper. Gave you 2 assists, 1 foul, 4 out of 5 from the field, 1 out of 2 from 3. Just a really good, efficient game. And in 12 minutes of the game, let's say he only plays another 12 minutes. So 24 minutes in total. So that's what? 18 points, 4 assists. Like, that's not bad. Like, that's what you want. Like, well done to Dylan Harper. I think he's had a really good, solid first half. If you're a Spurs fan watching this, whether live now or in the future, like, you should be really happy about what you see from Dylan Harper, because I think he's had a really good, solid overall game. Really nice. Luke Cornett, plus 17. He's been a nuisance, which is bad for my Utah Jazz, but good for him. 7 points in 13 minutes, 6 rebounds. Jeez. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. That was the block I talked about just before the end of the first half. 1 turnover. Nice, keep turnovers down. Personal fouls, 1. Carter Bryant there only played 4 minutes. I wonder why we haven't seen more of Carter Bryant. Maybe we'll see that in the second half if Spurs really extend this lead, because, this is a joke now. 17 points ahead Spurs. Lindy Waters the third. He's been a nuisance as well as a Utah Jazz fan. 6 points in 13 minutes. That's pretty good. No turnovers, personal fouls, 2 plus 5. That's what you want. 1 out of 2 from the field. 1 out of 2 from 3. 3 out of 4 from his free throws. Then to the starters. Devin Vassell, he has been a pain in the bum. 14 points in 15 minutes played. Victor Wembanyama. Hold on. Victor Wembanyama with 22 points? Oh, this is so bad. Okay. Victor Wembanyama with 22 points in 15 minutes. He's 6 out of 10 from the field, 1 out of 4 from 3, 9 out of 10 from free throws. He's got 7 rebounds, 3 assists. He's probably going to end up with at least a double-double based on those 7 rebounds. Wow, that's insane. He's probably going to end up with like 45 points if things keep going the way how they do. Maybe they shut him down after after this, because most of the teams are letting their kind of senior players only play about 15 minutes, and then everything goes to their bench. But those numbers are incredible by Victor Wembanyama. That's actually kind of demoralizing. That sucks. That really sucks if you're a Utah Jazz fan, because those numbers are only going to go up. Keldon Johnson, 11 points, 17 minutes, 4 out of 6 from the field, plus 16, 5 rebounds. Just really good all-around performance. Harrison Barnes, again, like he hasn't scored points, but again, these are guys who've been a absolute pain to play against. They're the guys that the Jazz really struggle with. Harrison Barnes, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, they've been a constant problem defensively. They move the ball too quick, and the Jazz struggle to deal with it. What is it that the Jazz could do in the second half in order to fix this? How is it that me as a Utah Jazz fan, how can I be more positive? Okay, I think I've got it. We got to move the ball quicker, for sure. Got to move the ball quicker, and whoever's out on the court has to just do more with the time that they have. No wasteful minutes. Stop second chance and third chance and fourth chance opportunities. If we can do that, we can shrink this deficit. This 17-point lead would change. But we'll just have to see. But I'm going to take a little bit of a break before they come back. It looks as though they might be coming back, but I definitely need some refill of at least some water. So let me get a refill of some water. Stay right here. It looks like the game is coming on very, very soon. Yeah, they're doing some infographics at the moment, talking about the leading scorers, and you could see there's just a big difference between the Jazz and San Antonio Spurs. Bryce there leading the way as we saw there. But let me refill my water. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hold on. And it looks like we're back. So it looks like I was right. Victor Wembanyama isn't coming back, and hopefully he never comes back. Luke Cornett says that it's going to take his place. But Ace Bailey there with a nice midi there, just coming off the screen. Dylan Harper there trying to defend against him, but no chance there. Jazz there reducing the lead down to 15. That's what you want. Got Ace Bailey there was marking Champagny. Dylan Harper there to Devin Vassell. Ace Bailey there with some good defense. Ace Bailey there, a little bit too close to Devin Vassell and picks up the foul. But it's fine. It's all a learning experience for these guys. Again, I know I probably shouldn't take it too far, but I just can't help myself. Like, I love sports. I treat it seriously, and it is what it is. Devin Vassell nails down the first one. Forgive me. I need to have some dinner. Chocolate peanuts is what it's for. And Devin Vassell nails the second one. Keontae George has the ball. Takes it up the court. Dylan Harper is on him. To Nurkic. To Ace Bailey. Back to Nurkic. Back to Keontae George. Keontae George there with the layup. Keontae George gets a 2. That's what we want. We need more from Key. And now that Victor Wembanyama isn't there, Keontae George struggling to keep up with Dylan Harper. I noticed that from the first half. And it looks like he fouled him. And Dylan Harper goes to the line. Oh, no. Ball actually goes out off the Jazz. So Spurs have the ball. Devin Vassell with an open 3. Misses. Taylor Hendricks with the rebound. Keontae George has the ball again, though. To Yusuf Nurkic. Taylor Hendricks. Taylor Hendricks goes for a midi. Buck gets fouled. And now Taylor Hendricks to the line. This is what we got to do. Chip away at it. Chip away at it. Let's iron out all of these creases. Taylor hits the first free throw. And he nails the second one. The Jazz again down by 13. We're getting it down. Devin Vassell with the ball. Keontae George on him. Passes it to Dylan Harper. Ace Bailey. There we go. Ace Bailey defended against his old teammate Dylan Harper really well. Looks like that was a foul on Svi Mykhailiuk. Carter Bryant with the foul. Jazz got the ball back. Oh, no. It was a foul, but the ball came off Svi. So Spurs have the ball. Devin Vassell with the ball now. We left Devin Vassell with an open mid-range, and he nails it down. But that's fine. That's fine. We still got this. Keontae George now has the ball. Carter Bryant is on Keontae George, but it looks like there's a foul by Carter Bryant. What happens here? So Carter Bryant is on Keontae George, but it looks like he hits him in the mouth. It doesn't look like he hits him in the mouth, but Keontae George grabs his mouth. Keontae George getting out off the screen. We got Ace Bailey with the ball now to Nurkic. Taylor Hendricks there with the rebound. And he comes and he gets it. There we go, Taylor. There we go, Taylor. Oh! Taylor Hendricks gets the rebound. Scores it. Now he's going for the and one. And nails it. The Jazz only down by 12. Spurs have the ball. Champagne nails the mid-range. That's just champagne right there. That's fine. Key got the ball to Nurkic. Keontae George to Nurkic. Ah, yes. Nurkic there with the tip in. Spurs trying to go on the breakaway. Carter Bryant. Well, it looks like it's a foul by Carter Bryant. Carter Bryant is making a lot of small fouls. They're really calling out fouls now. It's a bit soft. But I don't care. Jazz moving the ball really well now. A lot quicker than what they were doing. Nurkic there with the floater. The Jazz are playing really, really well with Yusuf Nurkic. Guys, you got to get out to them. Come on. You can't just let them have open threes. Dylan Harper driving to the basket to Champagne. Champagne there with the open three. I know it must be hard in order to watch, to try to keep up with what they're all doing. Carter Bryant is on Ace Bailey right now. His mission, that's a poor pass. Keontae George, like, what were you thinking of? Keontae George tries to pass it to Ace Bailey, but Ace Bailey literally is on the other side. And there's nothing, like, you got so many people to go over. Like, there's no way he was getting the ball from there. Like that's a poor decision. Like, I think that's probably the first really, really poor decision Keontae has made in this game. That's a foul. What? Oh, hold on. That's an offensive foul. Champagne just scores there, but he literally bulldozes right into Keontae George, who, like, that should have been a foul. Taylor Hendricks with the layup, but Taylor gets blocked there by Cornette. Spurs have the ball. Devin Vassell has the ball now. Drives at the court. Taylor's on him. Spurs set the screen to Cornette, to Champagne, to Vassell. Taylor's on him. Misses. Jazz ball. Let's go. Let's go. All right. He's got the ball to Ace. All right. We're on reset. He's got the ball back again. Ooh, Keontae George doing a little dribble in there. They got past Cornette, but just didn't manage to put it in. But I love it. I love it. I love it. I got some hope back. We can do this. We can do this. Forgive me for my negativity. We can do this. I believe we can come back and win this game. But we got to believe. We got to believe. Okay. There is one thing I do need to do. The battery on my camera is about to run out. Now, I have another one, but I do need to switch this camera off. The game is on a break at the moment, so you're not going to miss anything. But I do need to turn the video off just for about 60 seconds. Do not leave. I'll be right back. Right back. Okay. I got everything now. Okay. All right. I'm back. I got a charged battery in. I do need to get probably a new camera. Okay, and they're back. So now they got the camera pan to some old ladies in the crowd. Now, I got to say, like, for someone that's like grown up in the UK, like the things that they're doing there in the like, can't they treat it like a sport? Like it just seems like there's just too much jokiness going on. I know it's preseason, but yeah, I want more action. I want more drama. Look at me being an old man complaining. So right now, Jazz are in a huddle. They're talking. Commentators are talking about some of the young rookies, particularly Ace Bailey, Cooper Flagg, and Dylan Harper. Obviously, Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey are in this game, so they're the two that are being talked about the most. It looks like Ace Bailey's going to be rested. I have to say he does look a bit tired. Ace Bailey there with 11 points, Dylan Harper there with 9. Bailey played 21 minutes. Is Bailey going to be rested? No, we can't be resting Ace. You can't be resting Ace right now. No Ace. Okay, we're back now. Kevin Love has got the ball to Cody. Cody's on the court now. All right, Cody. Let's show them what you have. Let's show them why they call you C-Dub. C-Dub with the layup. Oh, he misses, but it looks like he does get fouled, and he goes to the line. There we go, C-Dub. Let's see what you could do, C-Dub. Cody's about to take his first free throw of the game. Misses the first free throw. Oof, come on, Cody. You could do it. We believe in you. Utah Jazz fans, we believe in you. Don't listen to all the negativity. Including from me. because I know I'm part of the problem. I'm sorry, but I probably am. I really am probably part of the problem. All right. Spurs there try to go. Oh, Walter Clayton with the three. No. Jazz there with a breakaway. Keontae George with the steal. Oh, but Keontae loses the ball and it gets back to Spurs. That was unlucky. Really, really unlucky. All right. Jazz got the ball back. Walter Clayton and Keontae on the court. Was that who I thought it was? C-Dub with a three? We got a three? There we go. There we go, Cody. Let's show them what you got, Cody. All right. We got Carter Bryant versus Cody Williams. Kevin Love now is on, I think, Harrison Barnes. Carter Bryant with the miss. Cody Williams with the ball. Passes it to Bryce. Bryce, baby, where have you been? Bryce with the three. Let me get back to sharing on this one. I prefer this one. One, because time-wise, it's a lot closer to me. But Bryce Sensabaugh would, that was a great three. Listen, that's what we need right now. We need Bryce to nail these suckers down. I love it. Like, if you don't believe in Bryce, start believing now. They don't call him Bryce baby for nothing. Bryce baby. Yeah, Walter Clayton there driving down with the ball, but gets fouled, and it looks like I think Walt's about to go to the line. So now the cameras pan to Bryce. They're talking about Bryce, and Bryce deserves to be talked about. But Walter Clayton takes his first free throw, nails it. Like, Walter Clayton's had a really good game. Where's Walt right now? Walt's on 9 points in his 12 minutes that he's played. 2 assists. Like, Walt's had a really, really good game. Nails the second one, Walt. Walt's now at 10 points. 10 points in 12 minutes. You can't go wrong there. Cody Williams with 6 points in 12 minutes. That's what you want. That's right, guys. Defend. There we go. Get closer. Good defending by Walt, but that was still put down by, who is this Spurs player? He didn't play in the first half. I can't even see his number right now. Number 17. Stanley Imude for the Spurs just hit a three. Bryce Sensabaugh again going to the line. Sorry, I just missed that shot. But Bryce is about to nail him down. Let's go, Bryce. Utah 77, Spurs 86. Bryce about to go for his first free throw. Nails it. Like how he always does. Nails it. So I was wrong. It looks like Ace Bailey is coming back, and now he is back. Cody Keontae George is now on the bench. Bryce nails his second free throw. I think that puts Bryce at about, 12 or 12 from free throws? I think so. Oh, come on. We got to stop the second chance opportunities. Oh. Jazz not doing well on that one. Like as soon as Spurs missed that one, they should have gotten the rebound with that. Too much ball watching. You had Ace Bailey, Kevin Love, and a little bit of Bryce tried to go up for to stop the dunk, but Ingram managed to get the shot off, but he misses his free throw. Ace Bailey with the rebound passes it to Walt Clayton, who brings the ball up. Ball goes to Ace Bailey, which goes back to Walt Clayton. Clayton Jr. there with the three. All nothing but rim. Nothing but rim. Now Ingram has the ball. Ingram there to Amude. Amude tries to pass it, but I think Cody got a hand on it, and then it goes out. So then I think it's just going to be, back to the Spurs. Yeah, Spurs ball. Ingram. There we go. Jazz foul. I think it's Ingram. That's foul number 5 for the Jazz, at least according to commentators. And I think that foul is on Kevin Love, to be more accurate. So now you got Ingram going to the line. He takes his first free throw and misses. Yes. That's what we want. We want those misses. For that miss, that means that that's a good foul. Ingram there with the... Oh, and he misses a second. How is he missing a second? What? Honestly, I'm surprised. That's 4 free throws I think he's missed. Spurs got the ball back again. Ingram there goes up. I think it's Cody this time with the foul. But it looks like it's a timeout. Keep your head up, guys. Keep your head up. Yusuf Nurkic and Ace Bailey. I noticed there was a little bit of a hug there just before it went to break, and the screen went black just to indicate that the game is on break. But it looks like Yusuf Nurkic is really taking Ace Bailey under his wing, and I think that's really fantastic. And I hope Yusuf Nurkic stays for the whole season. I think all of this is going to help Ace Bailey become a better player, and I really do, really do. So hopefully he manages to stay, help us out, help us with the development. Maybe we could do something. I know the NBA Cup is coming, and that's something that I've really enjoyed watching in previous years. Being from the UK, seeing other cup competitions, that's what you want. You want to see other teams, especially if you're a team that's, you're not going to be in the playoffs. You're not going to be competing for any type of trophies or championships. This is a way to be able to do that. And I'd love for the Jazz to go for it and to give it a try. I think those should be the type of games, the NBA Cup, that the Jazz should really be taking seriously. But we'll have to see. We will have to see. What are the Jazz on points? Keontae George, 5 points in 21. See, I know he's playing as the point, and I know he has 6 assists, and I know he has 5 rebounds, but I need this to be better. I need this to be better. See, these are kind of like Isaiah Collier type numbers, and as much as I like Zay, I always say this has to be better. This should be more like 10 points. Ace Bailey there with 11 points in 22 minutes. Yusuf Nurkic, 12 and 18. Taylor Hendricks, 7 and 21. This should improve a little bit more. Walter Clayton there with 10. Bryce with 20. Cody there with 6 and 13. Cody's had a good game. I could honestly say Cody has had a good game so far. I think he's done some good things from the defensive side. I think he's had a couple steals there. Let me open up the ESPN and blah, blah, blah. Let me open up the ESPN one here in a sec, and I can see that Cody has 1 rebound, 1 steal. Okay, he's got 1 steal. So it's kind of back at the moment. I could see Yusuf Nurkic talking to Ace Bailey. I can't see the look on Ace Bailey's face because he's got his back turned, but it looks like it was all nothing but advice. No kind of joke and fun and games, but all professional advice. And you know that's what you want. Let me turn the volume up a bit. Yusuf Nurkic is going to be good. He's going to be good for the Jazz. He's going to be really good for the Jazz. I got such a good feeling on Yusuf Nurkic, and I know there's a lot of people from other teams that are saying, probably Phoenix Suns fans that are being like, Yusuf Nurkic, but he's been good for us. I think this is what Udeme there with a couple of free throws. Jazz have the ball back. Walter Clayton bringing it up the court to Kevin Love. Kevin Love has got the ball now. To Cody. Cody there. To Bryce. Ace there with the rebound. To Walter Clayton. Drive to the basket. Walt. To Kevin Love. You got Ingram there with the foul. Walter Clayton goes to the line for the free throw. That's what you want. That was a great save by Ace Bailey on that last play. Walter Clayton nails down his first free throw. Jazz are just down by 10 after really being down by 17 at the end of the second quarter. Walt Clayton hits down his second free throw. Jazz are down by 9. Jazz could make a comeback. That's what we want. That is what we want. Or that is what I want. Because I don't know if everybody watching this is a Utah Jazz fan. Who's number 25? Number 25 just took a shot. Oh, David Jones got... No. That was number 18 who took that shot. Who's number 18? Bismack Biyombo took a shot. Missed. Now should be Jazz ball. What just happened there? Did they miss? Like, are the Jazz going to get a free throw? Yeah. So foul on Kevin Love. Kevin Love now taking his free throws. He hits one. Jazz are down by 8. Comeback is coming. Comeback is coming. Can he make the second? Come on, Kevin Love. Kevin hits the second. Jazz down by 7. Ingram gives it to David Garcia-Jones. I think that's David Garcia-Jones. He was, I think he was, what, was MV? No, he was in Summer League, all first team, I believe. Cody Williams with the rebound. Oh, Cody, no! Bryce gets it back. Bryce there drives to the basket. There we go, Bryce. Bryce, baby. Bryce there gets the layup. Having to out-muscle his way. Ace Bailey there just going a little bit off concentrating on defense. No. Then I think that's Ingram. Ingram went and hit the 3. Jazz now down by 8. But the Jazz have the ball. Walter Clayton has it. That was Bryce to Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton to Kevin Love. Oh, Walter Clayton there with a wonderful pass. Oh my God, that was a really good pass. I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. That was a poor attempted pass by Cody. Now, I play ball hockey, obviously, because I live in Canada. I got to play hockey. On Thursdays, And I always try to make passes through the middle. And people tell me, no passes through the middle. Cody, no passes through the middle. Cody should have gone to the corner and shot the three. Or try to come through the middle so he gets two avenues in order to pass. But Bryce goes to the line. Bryce hits his first free throw. Now hits his second. It's good. Jazz down by 6. But David Garcia Jones has the ball. Or David Jones Garcia has the ball. Good defending from the Utah Jazz. Cody there with some good defending. Come on, Cody. Stay in front of him. There we go, Cody. Walter Clayton there with some good defending too. Oh! Walter Clayton close to defending, but manages to knock the ball out from David Jones Garcia. But obviously the ball comes off Walt. So it's now Spurs' ball. All right. Bryce has the ball. Hits it. There we go. Take your time. Walt has the ball. Kevin Love has the ball. Back to Walt. 30 seconds to go. So Kevin Love with the three. Oh, and he nails down the three. There we go. That's what you call vet power. Jazz down by 3. There we go. I'll take this. I don't care if it's preseason. I don't care. I'm taking this all day long. Poor defended from the Jazz, and Ingram gets a dunk. Nevertheless. Walter Clayton has the ball, passes it to Kevin Love, who then passes it back to Walt. Walt there, trying to line up Ingram, goes for the 3. Not enough time. And that is the end of that. Third quarter is done. Jazz are only down by 5. But that's fine. That's fine. We were down by 17 at the end of the first quarter. 17. And now we're down by 5. Now, obviously, like, the logical side of the brain says, and probably Spurs fans are probably saying in that, well, of course you're only down by 5. Of course you see the improvement, because the reason why it's like that is because the next face of the league in Victor Wembanyama isn't playing anymore. And you're absolutely right. But I don't care. It's Jazz time. Let me enjoy this potential win as much as I can. Because if I can't enjoy the win, then when the season comes, there's a very good chance that Victor Wembanyama is going to be playing the full minutes. And the 22 points he got in 16 minutes will turn into 44 points in 32 minutes with 14 rebounds and 6 assists. That's what will probably happen in a regular season game, whereby Spurs are trying to see how far this young group can really get with Victor Wembanyama and how far they can really go. I think most people expect them to be in the play-in, but maybe they could do more. Maybe they could get a solid playoff spot. Like, I don't know. Now, I can tell by the way our Spurs move the ball, they move the ball very fast, that it's going to give them great opportunities to go up and shoot. It's going to allow them to put less pressure on their best shooters. And I think that's the position that the Jazz need to do as well. The Jazz need to put themselves in the position, move the ball really, really quick so that their best shooters can be able to get their shot off quicker. Guys like Walter Clayton Jr. could get their shot off quicker. Guys like Bryce Sensabaugh could get their shot off quicker. Guys like Keontae George could get his shot off quicker. Shout out to Manu Ginobili, who is in the crowd right now, and they just find the camera to him. But these are things that, you know, I'd love the Jazz to do. But we got a whole season to figure it out. And I think eventually they will. By the end of the season, the Jazz will figure out the way in which they want to play, the types of players that they need, because a lot of these vets are on one-year deals. I definitely know the Yusuf Nurkic contract runs out at the end of the season, that Kevin Love's contract runs out at the end of the season. I think Kyle Anderson probably has a year or two left. I'd have to look that up. And I believe that's also the same thing. Actually, no, I'm not sure about him. But definitely those three. But you would love for the Jazz youngsters to take it to another level. But now we're back. Walter Clayton with the steal. That's a foul. Walter Clayton goes to the line. Good foul. Good foul by Spurs to stop him from getting the easy two, even though like he would I think Walt's making most of his free throws anyway. Like, he's a very good shooter. So he's going to nail them. He's going to nail those down. Oh, Walter Clayton there, hitting his first three. Walter Clayton hitting his second three. There we go. Jazz are now down by three. Down by three. Cody them. Cody's now marking David Jones-Garcia, who passes it to Lindy Waters. Walt Clayton's marking him. Walter Clayton. I think that's Carter Bryant. To the three, but misses. Ace Bailey now has the ball. Ace to Cody. Cody Williams, C-dub. That's a foul. Cody Williams gets fouled. Cody Williams goes to the line. Where we go. At halftime, I said that Cody Williams had to do more, and Cody Williams has done more. Shout out to Cody Williams. Well done, Cody. Honestly, Cody Williams has done really, really good to improve this second half. He takes his first free throw, nails it down. Well done, Cody. I've been critical of Cody, but Cody's done really well in the second half to improve his overall game performance, improve the impressions that fans have of him, and hits his second one. How many points is Cody on right now? Like, I'm moving around screens. I don't even know. Cody must be on at least 10 points now. He's on 7 points. 7 points in 17 minutes. Not bad. Still want to see more. Spurs with the three. Open three. Got to defend. Ace Bailey on him defending now. Got Cody defending now against Carter Bryant. Cody with the steal. Looks like it's a foul. It's okay to foul Carter Bryant. He can't shoot. And it looks like they don't quite trust him either. Spurs have the ball again. David Jones-Garcia has the ball. Cody's on him, though. Lindy Waters the third with a three. And he nails it. Even though he has Walter Clayton in his face. That was actually a really good shot. I'm like, really good one. If you're a Spurs fan, you're watching this live or recorded. Oh, Ace Bailey with the three as well. In response, it said, hey, sit down. Ace is here. Lindy Waters third with it. David Jones-Garcia with the three. Buddy misses. Walter Clayton with the rebound. Kyle Anderson is on the court. Cody Williams driving to the basket. To Walter Clayton. Clayton tries to get to the basket, but gets blocked off by Carter Bryant, who passes it to Cody. Cody. Taylor Hendricks with the rebound. After the Cody miss, Buck gets fouled. Taylor Hendricks to the line. Jazz are down by 1, but Taylor Hendricks goes to the line. The Jazz could sneak this win. This is what the Jazz want. This is what the Jazz want. Sneak the win. Taylor Hendricks takes his first free throw. Nails it. Spurs 98. Jazz 98. Taylor Hendricks with 8 points. I think that should be 9 for Taylor, and that should be 10 for Taylor. So Taylor should have about 10 points now. All right. All right, Spurs, they're driving the ball. Keldon Johnson there misses, but great defense from the mixture of Ace Bailey and Taylor Hendricks there. And Umade goes to the line. Umade. Let's wonder what does he have his first name? Stanley Umade, number 17. Goes to the line. Hits his first free throw. Jazz 99, San Antonio 99. I'm not even quite sure how many guys we got on the. Okay, we got Kyle Anderson is out there. Ace Bailey is out there. Walter Clayton is out there. Taylor Hendricks is out there. Walter Clayton gets past his man. Walter Clayton tries to drive to the basket, but then passes it to Cody, who's in the corner. But ball just goes out, and it's just a bad pass from Walter Clayton. But that's fine. Jazz reset and line up for the defense. Kyle Anderson now marking David Garcia, but that's a foul. They stop David Garcia from getting the points, but David Garcia is pretty good. He was really good at Summer League. And I feel like he'll probably end up scoring these. Yep, nails his first one, David Jones Garcia. Keontae George coming back onto the court. Ace Bailey leaves the court. Like, why is Ace leaving? And David Jones hits his second free throw. But we got Keontae George with the ball again. Keontae George has the ball. Is he calling for something? Kyle Anderson now has the ball. Kyle, shoot. Why doesn't Kyle Anderson shoot? He passes it to Cody, though. Cody shoots. Cody scores. There we go, Cody. C-Dub. Walter Clayton there. Taylor Hendricks there. Carter Bryant with the ball. Open three for Spurs. And they miss. Cody Williams with the rebound. Passes to Walter Clayton, who passes it to Keontae George. Kyle Anderson to Walter Clayton. Back to Keontae. Keontae there driving to the basket. Pass it to Cody. Cody there, open three, but misses. I'm not sure whether that's Cody's spot there. Walter Clayton there with some good defender on David Jones. Forces him to pass the ball. Taylor Hendricks with some good defending. Good defending. Very good defending. Walter Clayton there gets the ball from Kyle Anderson. Passes it to... No, Keontae George to Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson tries to take a shot, but completely misses. That was a poor effort. Carter Bryant there. Carter Bryant tries to drive to the basket, but it looks like Cody fouls him. And Carter Bryant looks like he'll be going to the line. I question Carter Bryant's shooting because everybody else questioned his shooting. I can't say, oh no, Carter Bryant doesn't go to the line. My bad. Taylor Hendricks is defending. Kyle Anderson now defends Carter Bryant. Carter Bryant there with another missed shot. Walter Clayton there with the rebound. One of the shortest guys on the court with the rebound. Isn't that great? Taylor Hendricks. Oh, and Taylor Hendricks getting the layup in traffic. Jazz 103, San Antonio 101. And it looks like it is a timeout. I'm not sure who called the timeout, but the Jazz are going to have a timeout. But that's a great layup. That's a great layup by Taylor Hendricks. Really good layup by Taylor Hendricks on that one. So the pace of the game seems to slow down a lot. And I think part of that is because now you've got a lot more kind of your rotational players, end of the bench type of guys. I guess some of the guys that you were kind of, well, I was going to compare it to some of the guys from the Golden State Warriors. Like I did a YouTube short talking about the Golden State Warriors kind of bench team, the bench unit, the guys who they come on and they just have this unequivocal belief that they could come in and change the game. And then that's what they go up and do. And that's Trace Jackson Davis, Quentin Post, Pat Spencer, like those guys, like they just never give up. And like, I know most teams have players that are like those, but most teams don't have guys that are as effective as how they are. And that's what you're kind of seeing here now, at least from San Antonio. A lot of guys there that, are either older or guys that are still developing, guys like Carter Bryant. But so far, I think the pace is slow, but still, it's a good game. It's a good game. It's a good game, not just because the Jazz are winning right now, but it's just a good game in general. I like the feel of the game. I like both sides. I like what Spurs are doing, especially like early on in the game. In the first half, Spurs were like brilliant. Like they were up by 17 and every right to kind of be so. And that's what the Utah Jazz are really having to contend with. And I know that the Jazz don't have Lowry and they don't have Filipowski and they don't have Isaiah Collier there or Walker Kessler, because Kessler would have made a difference to help reducing a lot of those second chance opportunities for sure. When it comes to defending, when it comes to rebounding, offensive and defense, Kessler would have been there for sure. But it looks like we're about to come back. They're panning to the crowds, and obviously you got the kids and the men and women doing a lot of crazy stuff so that they can get on camera. But we're back. We are now near the end of the game. And it's not as high as a scoreline as the Houston Rockets game, but still a good game. It's still a game that's probably going to end at about, both teams will probably end up scoring another 10 to 15 points. Is probably what I would guess. I still think that the Jazz will come out with the win. They just put an interesting stat about Cody, right? And I got to take a look at this. The gameplay has started again, but like I really got to take a look at this. When they showed Cody Williams plus minus, that was crazy good. Now I know he was one of the few that had a good plus minus. Cody Williams has a plus 26 plus minus. A plus 26. Walter Clayton has a plus 17, which is great. Walt's been pretty good. Like I can be sure of that. But Cody Williams has been just as good. Cody Williams there with a layup, with a pass from Keontae George. Jazz up by 4 at the moment, 105 to 101. But this is some really good stats here by Cody Williams. 12 points, 4 out of 7 from the field, 1 out of 3 from 3, 3 out of 4 from free throws, giving you rebounds, assists, steals. This is what you want. And for the last 6 minutes of the game, it's going to be interesting. So let me go back to sharing for the other one, and then we can just continue watching as normal. Oh, that was a Keontae George there with a monster dunk. Even Isaiah Collier had to come and help Keontae George out with how good that dunk was. Keontae George gets the ball with a bounce pass, and no, hold on, I don't even think that did that go in? Did that go in? Oh, it didn't even go in. Damn it. That didn't even go in. But Keontae George, he gets fouled there. He goes to the line. and he misses the first free throws. Keontae George has to score more. I don't care what he does by the end of this game. I need to see at least 10 points from Keontae George. Right now, he has 5, which for me ain't good enough. Can he get at least his second free throw? Keontae George does get his second free throw, though. Jazz are up by 3, 106 to 103. Ace Bailey with the Oh, Jazz did get the ball. Jazz got the ball back. We've got Keontae George bringing the ball up. Walter Clayton, Ace Bailey, Bryce Sensabaugh, Taylor Hendricks. Taylor Hendricks with a dunk. Taylor Hendricks. Bryce. Jazz are up by 5 right now. Taylor Hendricks there with a really good dunk. I think Taylor Hendricks has had a good game. That's Walter Clayton there, I believe. Yeah, Walt there with another assist to Taylor Hendricks. Comes in with a dunk. That's what you want. Really good play from Walter Clayton there to Taylor Hendricks. Taylor Hendricks there, I believe, has he got 13 or has he got 15? Taylor Hendricks there with 13 points in 27 minutes. I think this probably means that Taylor Hendricks is going to play at least the start of the season, like the first proper game. You know, you got Lowry's out, Filipowski's out, Isaiah's out. Like, you need guys that can play the 4. And I know we got Kevin Love, like, of course, you know, you got Kevin Love there. Like, who's like he's been good. Like, you could tell that Kevin Love could probably do more things, except that the young players are being prioritized to give them more minutes. But it's probably going to be Taylor Hendricks and Kevin Love for that 4 position. Keontae and Walter Clayton there for the starting guard. But just looking at these two, 23 minutes by Walter Clayton, 25 by Keontae George. But we got 14 points for Walter Clayton and 6 points for Keontae. 6 assists by Keontae George, 5 assists by Walter Clayton, 3 rebounds, and 8 rebounds to Keontae George. I've had people tell me that Walter Clayton could be our starting point guard quite soon. And that could happen. I truly do believe that. Based on how this game has gone, that could happen. If Walt keeps going the way how he does, like, there's no doubt. Of course he could. I think it's going to be a true meritocracy. And even though, you know, the Jazz really love Keontae George, and like you hear all these stories about Keontae and, you know, what he's doing, like, we can't just like close the door on Walter Clayton. Like, why can't it be Walter Clayton? Why can't Walter Clayton be the starting point guard? There's nothing stopping him from that. But I think the reason being is because we all know that if Walt starts, who do you then play at the 2? Now, I think the natural thing people think of is Keontae George, but you still got Bryce, and you see there, like, Bryce Sensabaugh, 20. You're going to bench this guy that has 24 points in 17 minutes? You really are going to bench him? Like, I'm not benching him. No way. No way. I'm not benching him. I'm not benching Bryce Sensabaugh. And you definitely ain't benching Ace Bailey. But we begin again. David Garcia, San Antonio Spurs has the ball. Passes it to Bismack Biyombo, who passes it again to Ingram. Walter Clayton's on Ingram. Then passes it to Bismack Biyombo, but Taylor Hendricks has got him. Taylor had him, but there we go. Carter Bryant gets the rebound, but he misses it. Walter Clayton there with a layup. Walter Clayton there with what should be 18 points. This is really good. No. Yeah, Walter Clayton should have 18 if that already didn't change. David Garcia has the ball. Pass it to Carter Bryant. Carter Bryant with the three. Carter Bryant finally hits a three and gets onto the score line. Did he score something earlier? I don't believe Carter Bryant scored anything before. Nope, didn't score anything before. Well done, Carter Bryant. You are now on the score. Bryce with the three. I don't think that was a good shot to take. You have too many people around you. We need Bryce when he is set, so where he can just get easy threes. Bryce, they're trying to defend. Too little, too late. And Umade gets a three. Listen, we can't be letting Stanley Umake, I never even heard of this guy, just be scoring at will like this. Oh, you know what? Who is Stanley Umake? I have no idea who Stanley Umake is. So Umade, sorry, Stanley Umade. Stanley Umade is 26 years old. Oh, 2002. That's when. Sorry, 2022. That's when he got drafted. Where has he played? This is mainly a G League player. Was with Milwaukee last season. Was what Wisconsin heard. Poor kid. Still trying. Is it honestly the G League is a struggle for guys to get out. Guys are right. They're trying to do their best to kind of get out of the G League and get some regular minutes. But we got a situation here right now. The Jazz are only up by one after being up by 5-6 earlier. Just taking a few bad shots. Walter Clayton has the ball now. Passes it to Cody. Cody there with the three. But it's a miss. Then you got Ingram there. Pass it to Carter Bryant, to Bismack Biyombo. David Jones Garcia with the three, but he misses. And then it's Jazz ball. We are obviously in San Antonio. So the San Antonio fans are super excited. We got 3 minutes left on the clock. And the Jazz get another shot at trying to get something out of this game. They're trying. Ace Bailey. Carter Bryant is on Ace Bailey. They put the defensive-minded guy on one of our best players. Keontae George there gets fouled, and then he goes to the line. And that foul was by Ingram. Come on, Key. Let's see what you can do, man. George hits his first free throw. That puts Keontae at 7 points. Well, should be 8. Can he make the second? No, and he doesn't get the second. That is poor. No. You got to get your free throws. The Jazz are already up by 2, though. David Jones Garcia has the ball. Ace Bailey is on him right now. Ace Bailey is on David Jones like a bad rash. Carter Bryant has the ball. Oh, man. The Jazz let David Jones Garcia just going for an easy dunk. Now it's level. Utah 113, Jazz, San Antonio 113. Keontae's got the ball. Is Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey right there drives. Midi. Oh, and it's all nothing, but there we go. Turn and shoot. Ace Bailey there. Jazz up by 2. Ken, is it a miss? David Jones Garcia. Come on. Inbound pass to Bryce. Taylor Hendricks with the three. Guys, we need some points. Stop going for the harder three. You got David Jones Garcia here with the ball. Bryce Sensabaugh is on him right now. Oh, and he gets it. Oh, wow. Like, he got that in traffic. Spurs are up 117 to 115. Walter Clayton there with the ball. Ace Bailey to Taylor Hendricks. To Taylor! There we go. Taylor Hendricks there. Gets the layup. Jazz level again. We got 50 seconds. We got 45 seconds left in this game. Spurs have the ball. David Jones Garcia has the ball. Bryce is on him though right now. He's going for a fadeaway, isn't he? No, he goes for a layup. Goes for the midi, but misses. Taylor has the ball. Pass it to Keontae George. Oh, and Walter Clayton goes in for a dunk. One of the shortest men on the court goes in for a dunk, and the Jazz are up 119, 117. Carter Bryant with a three. And are you serious? Carter Bryant, the worst shooter on the court, scores. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? No. This ain't happening. No. Hey, get up. We're not. No. I know it's preseason, but we're not doing that. We are not doing that. Wow, Carter Bryant there. And it's not like Carter Bryant is like completely open. Like Walter Clayton is right by him. And yes, Carter Bryant has him beaten on height. But like, nah. This is a close game. Can the Jazz come out with the win? Lost 22 seconds of the game. Oh, man. Oh, I'm losing my voice. This is tough. Can the Jazz come up with a win? Come on. Hold on. You know what? No, I'm done. I can't look at the scoreline. I can't. No, because the scoreline, it's like 15 seconds ahead. It's going to ruin it for me. I can't do it. All right. Inbound pass is coming. Keontae George has the ball to Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey has the ball right now. All we just need is 2 points. Do not try to go for the spectacular. Ace Bailey with a long two. A long two. Oh, no. No. It's fine, Ace. It's fine, Ace. Hey, Ace, pick your head up. It's fine. Ace, pick your head up. This is not the end. This is not the end. Goes over Bismack Biyombo, gets his shot off. I think Bismack might have gotten like a fingertip on it. All right, David Jones Garcia hits his free throw. 121 Spurs, 119 Utah. with a three. Keontae George with a three. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Three, baby. There we go. We coming back. It ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over. Keontae George. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. Oh. 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 That was great. That was really good. Keontae George with the three. It's a timeout right now. Clearly, they're looking for some type of special teams moment. I think we're going into extra time. I'm not looking at any more score lines. I'm not looking at nothing else. It's just all TV right now. I've stopped sharing my screen. This game is too close to call. They're going to cause me to have a heart attack. They're going to cause me to have a heart attack. They are going to cause me to have a heart attack right now. Oh, I need some water. We got the last 4 seconds. Ingram, inbound pass. Ingram, Walter Clayton on to David Jones. And he misses. Extra time, baby. Extra time, baby. Let's go. There we go. Okay. Let's go. We going on. We doing this. Extra time. Let's see what we got. If you haven't played, you're about to play. We need guys. Hold on. Who else did the guy? Elijah Harkless, Mo Bamba, Oscar Shibwe. Get up. We need you to play. John Tonja, you've only played 4 minutes. No, get up. Like, we got to win this. Come, like, you guys are playing. I don't have time for this. You guys are playing. We need the win. Oh, no. Wrong screen. This is the day in the life of a YouTuber. Sharing the wrong screen. Okay. This is a situation right now. Svi Mihailuk, 5 points. Even though Svi Mihailuk is probably ready to come on, I don't want to see Svi. I'm making this perfectly clear. I don't want to see Svi. I do not want to see Svi Mihailuk. Taylor Hendricks is on 33 minutes. He's probably tired. Yusuf Nurkic could probably come back, but chances are they're probably not going to let come back. My guess is that Nurkic and Mihailuk, because they're on 18 minutes, this is probably like, hey, you guys are only going to play a certain amount of minutes, and then you're not going to play at all. This is a game for the youngsters now. The youngsters at, like, Taylor Hendricks is probably going to keep playing. Ace Bailey will keep playing. Keontae George will keep playing. Cody Williams will keep playing. He's only played 22 minutes. We need more of you, Cody. 12 minutes and 22, you've done very well. Bryce Sensabaugh, we need more minutes from you. 23 points. We need more. Walter Clayton Jr., 29 minutes. I know that's a lot of minutes, but we need more. Kyle Anderson, we need more. Kevin Love, we need more. We need more to get this win. We're about to go into overtime. 5 minutes. Let's see what we got. Taylor Hendricks goes in, but he misses. Spurs have the ball. To who has this ball? I think it's David Jones. David Jones Garcia has the ball now. Taylor Hendricks is on him, though, defending on him. Carter Bryant has the ball. Cody is on him, though. Carter Bryant with the three. Misses. Walter Clayton has the ball with the rebound. Walter Clayton to Keontae George. Back to Walter Clayton. Back to Sensabaugh. Back to Walter Clayton. Good setup, attacking play by the Utah Jazz, but they just weren't able to get what they wanted. You got to do a better job defending. Walter Clayton has the ball right now. Brings it up the court. Passes it to Bryce. Do not go for the three yet, just yet. Keontae George now has the ball from Bryce. Keontae George passes it to Walter Clayton. Who passes it to Taylor. Who passes it to Key. Key to Taylor. Did he miss? That is not good. And then Bismack Biyombo had the ball, but he takes the ball off court, and Jazz get another bite at the apple. Walter Clayton with the easy two. Yeah, there we go. Go for the easy two. Both teams are now level 124, 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. David Jones-Garcia has the ball. Passes, oh my God. Passes it to Ingram, and Ingram is wide open. There is no one on him. Why is no one on him? Keontae George now has the ball. Keontae George brings it up the court. Passes it to Cody. Cody's calling for the screen to Ace Bailey, to Bryce. Bailey with three. David Jones-Garcia with the layup. Spurs up by 4 at the moment. Jazz call a timeout. I think is rightly needed so, because right now we look like we don't know what we're doing. We need to sort things out. I want the win. I get it. It's preseason. It doesn't matter as much, but it does matter to me. I want to see the Jazz win as many games as they possibly can. And I don't want to hear any smart comments talking about, hey, like, it's Utah Jazz. Maybe they won't win as many games. I don't care. I want my Jazz to win as many possible games as they can. I really do. Preseason or not, I am all in this to win it. But this is good for the Utah Jazz players to really learn from. That's why, like, you're not really seeing vets. It's Ace Bailey out there. It's Walter Clayton out there. Bryce Sensabaugh, Keontae George out there. Cody Williams out there. It's all the guys just out there, young, looking to learn. That's why you don't see Kevin Love out there. Why you don't see Kyle Anderson out there. Because those would actually be the ones that you really, really want to see. These moments. Now they're putting a video package for our Walter Clayton. I think Walter Clayton, I think he might have been just named player of the game. I don't know. But he's got 20 points right now, Walter Clayton, 5 points. Walter Clayton, when you're talking about playing as a point guard, Walter Clayton has been the better player. Jazz have the ball. Cody to Walt. Walt has the ball. Walt like city gets blocked. But again, not enough. Bryce, get back. Get back. Jones-Garcia to the corner. Carter Bryant for the three, and he misses. Yes. Keontae George gets the rebound, and the Jazz once again get another bite at the apple. Cody to Walt. Walt, they're trying to direct traffic, trying to show guys where you got to go. Keontae George now has the ball. Key not sure what he should do. Back to Walt. Walt with the 3. Tough shot, but I think the shot clock was running out, so Walt had to take the 2. Spurs right now got the ball. I think it's David Jones Garcia has the ball. Cody's on him, though. Hopefully he can pass the ball. I don't want him shooting. Carter Bryant, I don't mind him shooting. Just don't let him get to the basket. Cody's on Carter Bryant. Cody's on Carter Bryant. There we go. Oh, Bryce with the steal. Bryce tries to pass it to Walt. David Jones Garcia just so crafty, so smart with how he's doing things. Bryce then gets the ball. I can't bear it. I can't bear it. David Jones Garcia, G League extraordinaire, played really well in Summer League. I think he was on the Summer League or first team, played really well. Misses. That's a great miss. Jazz down by 6. Guys, you fix it. Cody Williams has the ball. Bryce Sensabaugh. Bryce Sensabaugh with a floater. Jazz now down, still down by 4. That's an offensive foul. Yes! Yes! That's what you get, Carter Bryant. Carter Bryant had the ball dribbling up the court, and he just put that big, hefty, muscular body in the way on Keontae George. Keontae George literally went flying on the floor. Keontae George has the ball, passes it to Ace. Ace there. Ooh, Ace there with a nice midi. Jazz now down by 2. 40 seconds to go. David Jones Garcia has the ball. We need to get the ball out of David Jones Garcia. I do not want him shooting free throws. He's too good at it. Carter Bryant has to be the one that you foul. David Jones Garcia is milking this right now. Do not let him shoot. Cody, stay on him. Well done, Cody. David Jones Garcia, he scores it again. Jazz still down by 4. Keontae George there with a nice floater. We got to get on him. Sensabaugh fouls David Jones Garcia. I know they wouldn't have wanted to foul him, but they just have to foul him. 6 seconds to go. 6 seconds to go. I have stopped sharing. I'm not sharing anymore. I'm not doing any more sharing until this game is over. David Jones Garcia nails that first free throw. If he could miss this, then maybe the Jazz have a chance. And he nails it. Oh, man. Ugh. Will Hardy calls a timeout. It's understandable. Let's see what we can do. I'm sorry. I know it's preseason and I shouldn't be reacting this way and I shouldn't care about the win. But like I just can't help myself. I can't help myself. Will Hardy, let your magic be magic and draw up some special magical play that can give us a 4 or 5 point opportunity. Because this is rough. This is rough. So it looks like the Jazz have concocted whatever plan that they've concocted, but it looks like the Jazz are going to stick with the same lineup. I mean, I knew they were going to stay with the youngsters because they're the ones that really need to learn how you play in this type of environment right now where the game is on the line, you're down, and you need to figure it out. Was that a foul on Keontae? Keontae tries to take the three. Oh, side out. We got to make a three. And it just wasn't enough. And it just wasn't enough. And unfortunately, the Jazz lose, which sucks. That really sucks. That really sucks. I think the Jazz made a very good attempt at a comeback, but it just wasn't enough, unfortunately. But 134 to 130 by San Antonio Spurs. You got to say that the better team probably won. But I thought the way the Jazz played, it was really good. Really, really good. And you could tell just the way like a lot of guys are, they're just really happy. You had Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper really having conversations there at the end. But it's just like what the broadcast said that I'm really intrigued on what the lineup is going to be like in a few weeks, where the Jazz are going to have their main guys are going to have to go out there and play their best team. What is it going to look like when Larry Markkinen, Walker Kessler, Kyle Filipowski, Isaiah Collier is out there doing their thing? Are we still going to see much of the same thing? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that there is much changes that could happen. I don't think much could change. It's really only Lowry and Walker. But like as you saw from this game, like they had almost all of that. Like there was no De'Aaron Fox. They took off Wemby at like halftime, and they were basically up by 17. So that does suck. That does suck. But let's review the game and how it is. Now, I do prefer ESPN, so let me share that. When the season starts, I won't be using ESPN. I'll be using my dashboard. I want to make this perfectly clear. So, like, I won't be showing the dashboard. I'll be showing my dashboard. I won't be showing ESPN or any type of other source on how I do things. So yeah. But let's take a look at how everybody performed at the end of the game. So here are my kind of final thoughts on the game before I go into kind of how players perform. Really enjoyed the game. Love what the players were doing. Just wish we came up with the win. But let's start with the starters. Taylor Hendricks, 34 minutes, played a lot of minutes. Taylor Hendricks. Obviously, we all know he's coming back from an injury. And Taylor Hendricks out there playing 34 minutes. This is the most amount of minutes that he's played since being back. Last game, I think he only played 20-something, 25 or something like that. I'll have to go and check that out. But like I don't think he played 34 minutes. 34 minutes. That's like most players don't play that kind of minutes. Like generally in a game, unless you are a bona fide starter. But Taylor Hendricks gave us 34 minutes, 15 points, +1. That's what you want right there. 4 out of 11 from the field. Wasn't great on no threes. Was good at this free throws. That's what you want. 5 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers. Safe pair of hands. And I think that's what is going to allow Taylor Hendricks to still play, because the fact that he had no turnovers tells us that he makes the right decisions. Only 1 personal foul. I think that's fine. Like, I thought he had a really good game, Taylor Hendricks. Excuse me. Yusuf Nurkic. Now, I know he only got 18 minutes, but you can understand why. Yusuf Nurkic, an experienced player. We don't want to wear the guy out. This is really just for him to get up to speed. He played some Eurobasket as well, so he's going to have that under his belt on top of the minutes that he's playing. And this is the preseason for Yusuf Nurkic is all about seeing how he gels with the team. And he is a key part of this team and the way out how it plays. He's going to be a key creator piece playing at that 5. Walker Kessler is going to have a role, of course, but so will Yusuf Nurkic. I still have questions about what next season is going to look like, because I still think he's needed there no matter who we draft. But he gave us 12 points. He had 4 fouls. That's fine. That's one of the reasons why he was taken out of the game. 1 turnover, very good. 2 assists, 4 rebounds. I can't ask better. I can't ask better than that. And Taylor Hendricks, if I'm going to do ratings, yeah, I'll add in ratings into this as well right now. Taylor Hendricks, I'm going to give a rating of, I'm going to give him an 8. I thought he was good. I thought he was good. I thought he had a good game. Kind of good plus minus. Like, I can't say he did anything bad. I guess you just wanted more. And that's why I'd say I'd give him an 8. Just a good round, solid performance. Yusuf Nurkic, when looking at all the games, all the minutes that he played, what he did within those minutes, I'm giving Yusuf Nurkic, I'm going to give it an 8.5, because I think that he had real impact on the game. And if he had played more minutes, you would have seen that a lot of, like, we probably would have done more offensively. So I'm going to give him an 8.5. You know what? I'm going to downgrade Taylor Hendricks for a sec. I'm going to downgrade him to 7.5. I think, yeah. I'll give Taylor Hendricks 7.5. Yusuf Nurkic, I'll give it 8.5. Svi Mihailuk, 5 points at 18 minutes. Minus 14. Did he have the worst? He had the worst. You get a 6. I have no other comments on Svi Mihailuk. Again, I'm not a fan. I'm just going to say that. Keontae George. Finally, he got 12 points, 8 assists, 1 steal, 9 rebounds. Good game. Minus 8, though. Minus 8. But I saw the impact that he had on the game. I can't give him as much as Nurkic, though. That's the thing. And 12 points in 36 minutes, like, yes, I understand what your role is, but I just feel like if you're playing 36 minutes, like, most players don't play 30. If you're playing 36 minutes, it's because your production level is like uphill. Like, you expect more in 36 minutes. So for me, I'm going to give him a 7. Like, I thought it was a good game by him. Like, he wasn't bad, but like production wise, I wanted more. Write your comments below if you disagree with me or you agree with me, but I wanted more. So I'm going to give him a little bit less than Taylor Hendricks, who I thought had a better overall performance. Ace Bailey, my man, Ace Bailey, 20 points in 39 minutes. Very good numbers in that respect. He had 2 turnovers. That's pretty good. 4 personal fouls, not great. We had 2 steals, 1 assist, and 7 rebounds. Some pretty good numbers. I'm going to give, but he was -9. And that's why I'll give, I'm going to give Ace Bailey, I'll give him an 8. Because I'm putting context into it as well. I'm going to give him an 8. Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8 because of the amount of points that he scored, because of the minutes that he played. I'm going to give him just a little bit more than Taylor Hendricks. Kevin Love, 8 points in 16 minutes. Good numbers. Just really efficient. I was only a -1 on his plus minus. I'm probably going to give him a 7.5. Again, a solid performance. John Tonje, I can't give him a rating on that. Only played 4 minutes. Why didn't they play John Tonje more? Like, they should have given him more minutes. Like, and I get it. Like, 4 minutes is probably what he is going to get this season. Like, he's not going to get a lot of minutes. He's going to be like, G League for the most part. Cody Williams, very good game. Cody Williams. And you might be surprised about this rating, but I'm going to give Cody, I'm going to give him an 8.5. I'm going to give Cody an 8.5. What Cody did, Cody played 26 minutes. He had a plus 23. And even in the first half, like, I think he was at a plus 10, which means that up against his matchup, he did very well. 4 out of 7 from the field, 1 from 3, and 3 out of 4 from free throws. He gave you 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. He only had 1 turnover, and 3 personal fouls, and 12 points in that time. A really efficient performance. Very, very good, Cody. Very good, Cody. I'm going to give Cody an 8.5. Cody was very good in this game. Like, first half was slow, which is why I said he needed to improve. But the second half was a lot better. So a lot of the things that I was saying, I feel like they were saying to him, like, you need to do more. You can't just, like, hide. You got to go out there and make it happen. No one is going to make it. We need you. And that's exactly what he did. He went out there and he did what needed to be done. So well done to Cody Williams. I really, really like Cody Williams in this game. 8.5 for me for Cody Williams. Bryce Sensabaugh. Bryce Sensabaugh for me in 28 minutes gave you 26 points. He gave you 2 steals, 1 assist, only 1 turnover. That's good. That is really good. Going up against the Spurs, though, he's -13 on his plus minus. 6 out of 13 from the field and 2 out of 8 from 3 points, from 3-pointers. Not good that way. But I can't just not reward the fact that Bryce Sensabaugh was our top scorer. So I have to give Bryce Sensabaugh an 8 point. No. I'm gonna give Bryce an 8. I gotta give Bryce an 8. I gotta weigh up offense and defense like at an equal level, and I'm gonna give Bryce an 8. Yeah, I'm gonna give Bryce an 8. Yeah, if you disagree with me, leave a comment below. But I'm teetering between 8 to 8.5, but I'm gonna nail it down to an 8. Walter Clayton Jr. If you didn't guess, He is my player of the game. He doesn't have the most amount of points, but what I felt that he was efficient. And next to Cody, he has the best plus minus with a +9, which I think is really respectable. Only 2 turnovers, played 34 minutes, gave you a block, a steal, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 6 out of 12 from the field, and 2 out of 7 from 3, and was 100% from his free throws. Gave you 20 points. If he does these kind of numbers in a regular season game, I can assure you, Bryce, I can assure you Walter Clayton Jr. will be our starting point guard, period. I know they love Key. I really do. And I love Keontae George too. But, 4 out of 11, 6 out of 12. 6 out of 6, Keontae George missing free throws, man. Oh, man. I'm going to give Walter Clayton Jr. a 9. I felt that in the last game, you expected more out of him. He did more. He was efficient in his play. With the minutes that he played, he gave you solid amount of points and was just valuable to the team all around. So I have to give Walter Clayton Jr. a 9. And Walter Clayton Jr. is my player of the game. I got to give it to Walter Clayton Jr. for that. Now, I do have to talk about the San Antonio Spurs. Obviously, I'm not a San Antonio Spurs fan, but there were some guys there that I obviously have to talk about. Victor Wembanyama, great first half. If he'd played the whole game, this game would have been over. Victor Wembanyama this game would have been like 154 to 130 because he would have had like another 20 points for sure. But David Jones Garcia, really good player. Really good player. I don't know if he's on a 2-way contract or not. Let me see. Yeah, you know what? I'll go up and see if David Jones Garcia. What is he on? David Jones Garcia. I think he's on a 2-way deal. I think David Jones Garcia is on a 2-way deal. Yeah, he's on a 2-way deal. For what he did in this game, David Jones Garcia, he's somebody that should be on an NBA roster as a regular rotation player. He was the best player off their bench by far. And I know he's a little bit more on the older side. How old is David Jones Garcia? What, mid-20s? Oh, he's 23. No, he's still young. I need to read up more about this kid. When did he get drafted? He got drafted. Oh, he was undrafted in 2024. Wow. This kid needs to be have a full contract. If he keeps going the way how he's going right now, he is going to have a full NBA contract. I was really impressed by David Jones Garcia. 17 minutes played, 20 points, super efficient, only 2 turnovers, 8 out of 9 from free throws. He sucks at shooting the 3, but maybe that's the reason why he's valued as high. But the kid's got everything else: 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. What more do you want from Blair? I thought he was really good. Definitely their best bench player. Even Carter Bryant. Carter Bryant, I think, would probably be better for the Spurs in the playoffs. Just if you're looking at his defense, the offensive side is probably why they don't, probably why he wasn't trusted a lot. But Cody had him on lock, which explains his minus 13. But David Jones-Garcia was the one that really impressed me. Dylan Harper also impressed me as well, but he only played 18 minutes on the court, and he had 9 points in those 18 minutes. Gave you 3 assists during that time. Like, really good numbers. And then obviously, like, the starting 5 for the San Antonio Spurs did well. Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson. Well, Harrison Barnes, he had no points, but I remember in the first half, just watching him play, like, he was a problem. So that is it for me. That is it. So this will be my last game, at least for the Utah Jazz, until Monday. If I will definitely be watching the Jazz Mavericks game, but there is another game that I will be watching on Sunday because I, obviously, for my channel, I watch guys in their first 5 years, the rookies, talented rookies, as I do believe that I can use analytics to spot a star. And there is one guy from one team, or there's a couple of guys from one team that I believe that has some stars, and that is the Washington Wizards. And they are playing on Sunday against the Raptors, and Trey Johnson is going to be there. Cam Whitmore, who I am a big Cam Whitmore fan, and I think now he's with a team that he's going to get some games. Like, it is going to be a bit of a long slog for him to be able to do that, but Cam Whitmore will get games, and I'm curious to see whether Cam Whitmore can go out there and be able to get some minutes, how he will play with the Wizards. Like, it's going to be exciting. So I'll be watching that game on Sunday. So yeah. So I'll put up the thumbnail for that in over the next couple of hours. I'm not going to bed until probably over the next 4 or 5 hours. So you will see the thumbnail for that one on Sunday, and you'll probably see the one for Monday as well. But yeah, overall, good game. Wish we'd gotten the win. It wasn't to be. Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs were just too much, and David Jones-Garcia. But on to the next one. We've got Dallas Mavericks, and it's probably going to be a bit of the same there, except we don't have to deal with the alien. We just have to deal with the boy wonder, and that is Cooper Flag. And then we got to deal with Anthony Davis. But I think that with the current crop of guys that we have, I think we could do something. Hopefully by that time, maybe we'll hear some word about Lowry. Probably not, but let's see what happens. But yeah, so I will say thank you once again for watching the video, watching the live stream, and joining me on here. Even though there wasn't anyone that commented, I did see that there were about 4 people watching quite consistently whilst I was watching during the quarters, and I really appreciate it. So if you are watching this, whether being live or if you are watching this whilst after it's been recorded, thank you once again. Do comment, like, and subscribe. Please leave your advice and comments below, and I will see you all next time. Peace.